Oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stad will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. Hey, how about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the A-listers, Habibis. We are here and this is going to be one hell of a stream. This is going to be one hell of an episode and I can't wait for today's stream. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Appreciate everyone always joining us as per usual. Appreciate everyone who's shown us love and support. We are on the road to 70k. We're 500 subs away. We can only get there with you guys' help. So please close the live chat, hit the like button. And don't forget that everyone who's on the show today, their links are in the description. Go over and subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. He's going to be on camera momentarily. Go subscribe to Vader Games TV. Casual FC is where you can find YouTube, Ho Andrew. And subscribe to the Gunner Edge so you can show Dio some love. Jay is on his way. Spurs Jay is on his way. We don't know where he is. So he said he's going to be a little bit late. So
yeah, he's coming from the bottom of the table, so that's why. He's coming from the bottom of the table, so it'll take a while to get up here.
Anyway, there is only one place to start.
15 minutes late, though. 15 minutes late.
Go on.
Where is the energy at? Where's the energy? Was the intro like this last week?
No.
No, where's the energy at? But you know what? Regardless of where it is,
it's very low.
Listen, I gotta do the intro the proper way, and when we do it the proper way, y'all gotta sit back and relax and let me introduce myself. My name is Vader Game.
Vader Games are Vader.
What a show! Husam was right. It's gonna be one of those shows.
Master Vader.
Wait, what'd you say?
Whoa.
What'd you say?
I said Master Vader.
Whoa.
That's what I said.
What did you
Master
say?
Vader?
I said Master Vader. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
And he doubled down as well.
He said Master Vader.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, Master Vader. There's nothing. He said, yeah, Mr. Vader, Master Vader. You know,
there's nothing wrong with that. We're cool.
Nothing wrong with that. I think you should have walked on and not spoke before you did your entrance. It spoils it when you speak.
Give us one more intro. That's what the ladies say.
Yeah. Give us one more intro.
Yeah, that's what the ladies say.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vader Games.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, Vader, you're so cool. I'm trying to be like you. I really am. Anyway,
Hey.
Vader.
Are you okay? Did you have a poor night's sleep? Like your energy seems kind of low.
I am a little bit I do have a bit of a headache. I don't know why, but they told me to check my vitamins, so I'm gonna go and get that checked tomorrow.
Okay.
I know why. I know why. It's on his slot.
a headache over here. In
It's
this
on his slot. That's why you're having a headache there. It's on his slot.
It's not here.
It is.
Here.
It's on his slot.
Arnie Slot. La 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 la. Arnie Slot. La 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 la.
Flawless, can you be professional? Go ahead.
Slot out.
Ladies and gentlemen, slot out.
Slot out.
Yes.
Where are we going to start? Who's going first? Do we want to hear about Arsenal? He's
the third best manager in the league. You shouldn't get rid of him. Third best.
Of course, we're going to start at Anfield. Vader, go on.
We're going to start. Okay. All right. I mean, I was a guest at Anfield. You want me to speak first?
You won.
You own Anfield.
I won. I believe you've had me spoken first as well after losses. But hey, the people are here. The people are here to listen. I'm here to speak. Now, I have no idea where to start. I can't lie, guys, because I've never gone to Anfield And I've been told that I didn't win. I haven't won legitimately at Anfield. I was told that when I won, there was no fans. Liverpool fans, don't get triggered. Y'all kept telling me my win at Anfield didn't count because there was no fans. But then you want to tell me your league title counted when there were no fans. Make it make sense. But I'm going to talk about this performance in particular. What a game. What a game. I went to Anfield and dictated play for the first half. I went to Anfield and I'm going to emphasize dictated. I dictated play at Anfield.
Don't emphasize too hard.
Hey, that's not what the ladies say. I'm going to emphasize as hard as I want. When it comes down to this game in particular, Pep and his choice with this 11 had me so comfortable and surprised at the same time because I knew my manager was going to play ball. I knew my manager wasn't going to say, you know what, going to Anfield and just set up for a draw. The importance of a win was key. Now, I as a City fan, and you know I'm one never to give up. I would have loved, I was happy for us to go there and get a win. I didn't expect it because I've had better teams go to Anfield and not get a win. I've had teams that did a four-peat, right? The only one on this panel to have ever done it. I had a team that did a treble. Sorry, only Flawless and I are the only two to have ever done it. And they weren't good enough to get a win at Anfield. Not only that, not since 1936, 1937. Dio, that's when you were in your pump and Arsenal were doing their thing. Not since back then has City done the double over Liverpool. What an amazing performance. And I got a shout out. I got to shout out every player because every player did their job. Every player put in their shift. And I have to emphasize, the moment was not too big for us. Now, I was told last week, don't talk about refs. Oh, Vader, what are you doing? You talking about referees, talking about missed calls and all that kind of stuff. I was told not to do it. It'll be interesting whether anyone on this panel wants to bring up refs about this game, but I was told not to bring it up. So I'm gonna be quiet about it. The free kick from Szoboszlai, great, amazing. Took the opportunity, made it count. But before then, I was actually a little upset that we weren't even a goal up, that we hadn't scored in that first half. I thought we were creating enough to actually make that possible, but we didn't. Was it another, this is a trip to Anfield, it's not going to happen? It wasn't. Because the mentality that I'm looking to see from my players, the fight that I'm trying to see from my players, not only performing well in the first half, but performing well in the second half, is what I saw. Now, I've been asking for it for a while, but the fact that these players knew going down 9 points to Arsenal, that might be a mountain that might be too high to overcome. So they played to the very last minute. They fought incredibly hard, going down a goal, not dropping ahead, not giving up, not surrendering anything and saying, you know what, it's just not our day. They kept fighting. And you know who kept fighting? The captain. The man that's rattled so many Liverpool fans that they cut off the rattle and just call him a rat. They call my man, Bernardo Silva, a rat. But it's because he's had Liverpool fans rattled. Crazy. And he was the one that came with that equalizer. The mentality that he showed was amazing. He read off of what Haaland did because Haaland continued playing. I know it didn't show up on the stat line in terms of, what kind of game was Haaland doing? Was he involved all the time? When you have a defender like Van Dijk, he's not going to have the prettiest of games. But Haaland was the one that flicked it on to Bernardo. And Bernardo intelligently saw the run, peeled off, and was able to score. I believe the ball might have gone through Alisson's legs. It may have. May not. Doesn't matter. He scored. Game on. Grabbed the ball, ran to half, and let's go. Let's go. And there's no question. I don't know, Dio, maybe you. Not right now. Don't respond. I don't know if Dio, maybe Husam wants to talk about the penalty that was surrendered by Alisson for us to actually go up and to end of the day win the game. But what a run. What a response. My striker had that ball in his hand. And Szoboszlai, who I credited, he did his thing. He got that free kick, well deserved. But you can see he was trying to talk to Haaland, trying to get in his head. You saw Alisson trying to go left and right, trying to make Haaland try to guess which way to go. All about scoring at Anfield. Mad cojones. We dictated the outcome of that game. Emphasize on the dictated. That was us playing to win. playing not for a draw, playing not to just defend. And we did it against a Liverpool that are defending champs. We did it against a Liverpool that have invested incredibly in a squad. We did it against many narratives, and I'm not going to bring up the narratives until later in the show because I know the narratives are going to come up. But we did it against
Stop lying. I
storyline.
did not blame Van Dijk for the penalty for the 100th time. This is a lesson that Flawless gives you guys every week. Me using someone's logic against them is not my own logic. Alisson is at fault for the penalty. Go ahead. Vic.
Absolutely. Alisson was at fault for the penalty. Alisson actually had a few nervy moments throughout that game. I think if Marmoush had been healthy for the majority of the season, didn't quite suffer an injury early on, I think he takes the contact from Alisson earlier in that game, and maybe we do win a yellow, maybe we do win a penalty if he actually played through it. But, and end of the story, we go 2-1 up. 2-1 up at Anfield, fighting to the very last minute. The questions about do we play in the second half, will we respond? What an amazing game. And let me also shout out the players that actually had this impact. Haaland, goal and assist, and that penalty was huge. The third goal that got disallowed, and hey, the state of football is what it is. I know by the letter of the law, you got to take away the goal. But had Szoboszlai, and again, he goes from hero to zero. If he actually had the maturity, actually didn't lose his mind to not go on we're going to be down 3-1 in the last dying minutes of the game, I don't want that type of embarrassment, he would have been available for future games. But he lost his head. He lost his head and tried to foul and tried to disrupt that goal that Shirky had. And Shirky, but may I say, and I don't know if any panel members are going to agree with this, but Shirky being subbed on did way more than who he gets compared to and who he will continue to get compared to in Florian Wirtz. Did way more in his cameo appearance than Wirtz did the entire game. So many players for Liverpool were MIA, unavailable, did not show for that first half. Now, Husam, please, let me just say this, okay? I know you don't like when I or others say players that have done it or players that are expected to because of what they're done in the past or the levels that we hold them to. Your man Mo Salah does deserve to be spoken about. Your man Van Dijk does deserve to be spoken about. Your man Alisson does deserve to be spoken about. Florian Wirtz does deserve to be spoken about. And the list kind of goes on. I know there was a time where Purple Patch McAllister you said was world class. I don't think you're referring to him as world class right now, but so many players for you were poor at home versus this city that are so inconsistent. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about Mo, because when you're getting the larger portion of the salary, Van Dijk and Salah, when you kind of hold out or you're in question and you get that salary bump the season before, it's games like these you need to be showing up. It's games like these that you need to be the example, and neither of them were. I think it's very telling. I was also told that Florian Wirtz was going to be brought in for games like these, or was it against the lesser competition? Because I'm only seeing Wirtz show up against lesser competition. Against the big six or important games, I'm not seeing him. But hey, I give players until next season to really be harsh on them, because I know how difficult it is to come to the Prem in year one. But my man Shirky, such a lesser price tag, so much more output. What an amazing result. I'm looking at this as a bonus 3 points. Because Flawless, Surfer, I did not expect these 3. I wrote this game off on the calendar before a ball was kicked. Dio loves to say, before a ball was kicked early in the season, I look at Liverpool and I'm like, oh, that's a draw, maybe a loss. I've already conceded to it. So now that I'm going with these additional 3, it's bonus to me. I'm going to say this. It's bonus to me. And what a bonus it is. Let's go. I'm going to wait, sit back. You guys show me respect. I'm going to be quiet until you say something fraudulent, and then I'm going to come off mute. But large up each and every one of you. What a freaking game. 2-1 at Anfield, the double. The double that I've never seen since the 1930s when Arsenal were actually doing their thing. Oh my gosh, let's go.
Oh, sorry, go on, Surfer.
Can I just ask, you said when they went 1-0 up, did you your manager seemed to give off the impression that he didn't think you were going to get?
Oh, I
Back
totally
into it.
disagree with you. I totally disagree with you.
He sort of sat back in his chair, didn't he, and sort of just like with his arms crossed.
Yes, but see, you don't watch City the way I watch City. When
No,
Pep,
that's fine.
no. When Pep gets up and he's drinking the water bottle, he's rattled.
Yeah.
When Pep is drinking water like a madman, like he's dying of thirst, that's when he's rattled. When he sit back, this is
The
man.
way they move the ball, the way they switch the ball with rush, the way they move.
Yes, that is Pep when he's like, "Oh my gosh, what I have to do
Was
here?"
it more of a how we 1-0 down to Liverpool response?
It's one of those like we did way more than this to not have to be down by one right now.
Right. Okay. I thought so.
Right? And
Yeah.
then it's also witnessing again. I'm taking no credit away from Szoboszlai. It's also witnessing a brilliant, beautiful free kick. And
Oh
being
yeah.
Is
That's
this
the
another
gap.
Anfield? Is another day at Anfield? Is what we're looking at.
I
But
thought it was.
I think individual errors cost Liverpool that draw. It was individual. Alisson's mistake. That was a stupid mistake. He shouldn't have
call
done that.
Liverpool
Alisson
that
is-
draw. It wasn't a draw.
Yeah, I said it could have been a draw. It cost them the draw. Like it was 1-1 already. I'm saying Bernardo had equalized. If Alisson didn't do what he did, it would have been one. It would have ended 1-1 basically, because of the way the game was going. I mean, first half you guys owned Liverpool. Second half Liverpool came out better than you. The last 10 minutes of the game was where City actually showed up in that game. But you know, kudos to City. You're in the top 4 race. That's what you're chasing right now. You're closer to the top 4 race than actually winning the title. So you needed those points. It's true. Like right behind you is Aston Villa with 3 points. Right behind you is United with 6 points. So that's really where those are the guys you should be worried about. Anyway. But as part of the game itself, Liverpool it's a top 4 race. That's why they're really gassed about the win. This is why they're gassed. Nothing has changed from last week. It's been 6 points for me, and it's remained 6 points this week. It's not changed.
Can I tell you why we're excited about the win?
Listen, when you're speaking, I did not.
No, but I said if you said something fraudulent, then I'm going to come off
I haven't
mute.
said anything fraudulent.
I'll tell you. No, you did say something fraudulent.
Let me finish.
No. You said something fraudulent, so let me address it. You said we're excited for the win because of this title race. We're excited for this win because we don't win in Anfield.
You didn't let me finish though. But you didn't let me finish everything I was saying. You just
but you said something fraudulent to say something valid.
Fraudulent.
Okay, go ahead.
You're excited for the win as well because it keeps you in the race, regardless of whether it's your first time winning at Anfield since 2013 or 2003 or whatever it is. I don't know those. For you, that's an emotional thing. For you as a fan, I get that. But for me, looking at the football, I would be calling it that you're excited because you got 3 points. That's how I would look at it. I don't know about the emotional feeling of the Anfield win or Pep not winning at Anfield. That's you. That's your team. So you're the one who can enjoy that. So you enjoy that. You speak on that. I'm speaking on the football. Liverpool in the second half came out to play. And Liverpool had done everything to actually get a draw in that game. I think Alisson's mistake, which is not expected of Alisson, giving away that penalty, was basically because nothing happened until the 85th minute. Nothing happened until the 85th minute for you guys. Like literally the whole of the second half. Let's be realistic. When did you score your equalizer? 85 minutes. When did Alisson cause the penalty? A few minutes after that. Up until the 85th minute, from the 45th minute when you came back in the second half, Liverpool was more dominant in the football. In the first half, you were more dominant, but you did not take your chances. You did not eat your dinner in the first half. City could have been up 2-0 in the first half.
Neither did they.
Dinner. Yeah, but
old
you did
school
not.
smash and grab.
Exactly. So this
No, it
for
wasn't
me-
a smash and grab. Don't do that, Surfer.
So this for me, exactly what Surfer just said was a smash and grab. 85th minute.
No, it wasn't a
equalize.
smash and grab.
85th minute, you equalize. Alisson gets a brain fart and does what he does, gives away a penalty. Of course, Haaland is going to score his penalty. Like Haaland, his penalty ratio is high. So that was going to happen. But then, to gas it up like, you guys, first half, yes, you were dominant, but the second half, you weren't.
Dio, before I speak on Liverpool, let me ask you, does this win not change your mind on the title race at all? Like, because the conversation over the last 24 hours has been like how this is going to galvanize Man City and stuff like this. Does this not change your mind at all?
It doesn't change it for me, and I'll tell you why. City still don't look convincing. In that second half, up until the 85th minute, they did not look convincing. They looked convincing in the first half. They were shook for 40 minutes in the second half until Bernardo Silva equalized that goal. That's when they got gassed up. That's when you saw City start playing. And that's the truth. You can go look the stats, say it all. You can look at the stats of ball possession from 45 minutes in the second half up until the 80th minute. And because City does not look convincing, they don't look like they dominate games, like they are the ones who are in control and dictating the pace of the game. It doesn't change anything for me. It's 6 points last week, it's 6 points this week. If this City team faces another team and they have that brain fart and the goalkeeper does not give away a penalty, that game ends in a draw.
It's like if they, I think Dio.
Get him, sir. Get him.
Hang on, no. I think Dio would be more worried about City if Arsenal had dropped points this weekend. And
exactly,
City
like again,
that would be because you're right. What it is it's the same as last weekend. And there's one less game. That's what it is. So it's like it's still the same 6 points difference.
And again, if you look at
what Arsenal need to make sure is they maintain their usual performances going throughout. Because you're right, it might galvanize.
I just think if we match City, we're done. The last 5 games
exactly.
The last 5 games we've played, we've drawn 2, lost 1, won 2. City, the same thing for them. Last 5 games.
I don't want to talk about Arsenal right now.
So if we keep matching them week in, week out, it doesn't.
We'll speak about Arsenal in a bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about Arsenal later, Dio. Let's not make
I'm
it about
responding to Husam's question. Hussam asked me a question.
No, I know, but I'm saying from a City perspective, you don't see anything different from a City perspective because
I don't see anything different. I still don't see them as
fan base, aka the City fan base. I've been talking about this galvanizing them for the last 24 hours.
Yeah, they need galvanized. They need to be galvanized. They need to be galvanized because if you look at them, they've been very unconvincing in the way they play, right? In second half, and he said it himself in his monologue. He simply said, you know how people have said City don't show up in the second half? They showed up in this second half. No, you showed up in the last 10 minutes of this second half, which was amazing to see. I watched the game. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Don't get me wrong. I thoroughly enjoyed
watched the game. 750 million people watched.
I thoroughly enjoyed the football.
3 times as many as the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So for me,
City Liverpool is prime TV. Prime. Dio, just real quick. You say that there really shouldn't be any, I guess, excitement or optimism with the result?
No, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I said that's why you're there's optimism for you because of the win. One, you haven't won at Anfield. Pep hasn't won at Anfield in a while. In a minute, it's been a while since he's won.
Yeah.
Secondly, it keeps you in a race, so there should be excitement. But I'm saying as per the football on the pitch, I'm still not convinced because, again, your second goal was an Alisson brain fart, and Alisson is rated as one of the best goalkeepers.
What did you think of Liverpool's first goal? Because you keep emphasizing.
No, Liverpool's first goal was a wonder goal. Again, that was something, and this is what I'm saying. Like that game could have ended 1-0 or 1-1 because that's the kind of thing that the game was heading to. The way you guys played first half and second half, you both kind of canceled each other out. Up until
would you be surprised to learn that there was actually no foul on Gravenberch when they got rewarded that free kick?
Again, I'm not surprised to find out, but my point is
okay. So my point is no. But your point is to talk about the second goal that I scored had it not been for a brain fart. Well, the first goal that they scored had it not been for a mysterious foul call, they don't go up a goal, right?
Yeah, fine. They don't go.
Just keeping the same energy. That's all.
Exactly. That's why I said the game in itself. What did I say about it? I said this game looked like a game that would end in a draw, regardless.
No, it wouldn't have been a draw. It would have been 1-0 City because we would have had the Bernardo goal.
Again. If they didn't score, maybe Bernardo would not be galvanized enough to run into that space. Exactly, because the game would have changed. You can't just keep the Bernardo goal and cancel the other 2 goals because they got wrong calls for them. My point is, I'm talking about the football level you guys played at. City and Liverpool played enough to get a draw in that game. A wonder goal, a Bernardo equalizer, then a brain fart for me is what decided it. Is what I'm saying.
That's how you see it. Okay.
Yeah, based on being I don't support any of the clubs, so I don't care.
Come on. Who are you rooting for? Dio, be honest. Who were you rooting for in that game?
I wasn't rooting for anybody.
You're a damn liar. You're a damn liar. I'm going off camera because I'm not believing another word.
Of course, you wanted Liverpool to win.
Husam, I personally in that game did not care, and I'll tell you why. After watching City for the last 4 weeks, as in literally watching City games and rewatching them the day after City was like, go back to my replays and watch the game. I'm unconvinced about them. So I'm not even bothered. I was just like, look, if City go there and they win, fair enough. But this City is not going to do it this season. So I wasn't really bothered. For me, I was more bothered about us and what we were going to do. So this idea that I was supporting, thinking that if Liverpool won, fair and square, good for you. I mean, you're the ones who had the record at home of not allowing City beat you there. You're the ones who went and lost it. I'm not sentimental to anybody's club. Right now, there's a statement I've been making. I've been saying, I'm more excited to win than afraid to lose the league. That's number one. Number two is I'm the only one that can give up this league right now. It's left to me. The league is in my hand for me to make a mistake. It's not. There's nothing City does. There's nothing Liverpool does.
You've
There's
been here
nothing
before,
anyone of you
Dial.
do. Listen again. When we were here before, you had 2 games in hand. You like to be disingenuous about it. The season that we were here, you guys had 2 games in hand, and by game week 35, 3 more games.
Waiter,
at the
can
end
you
of
be
the season,
professional?
you had a
and switch
game.
on
You
your
had a
camera?
game in hand.
You're a
Wait,
lot better.
By game
I'm
week
not
35,
coming. No,
you
no,
had a
no.
game in
This
hand.
guy wants us to believe.
Don't tell me I've been here before. Because if
Husam,
you count those
this
2
guy
games in
wants us
hand,
to believe that
it's
he
6
wasn't
points.
watching the City Liverpool game and not rooting for Liverpool to win.
I
And I'm
wasn't
supposed to
rooting for
believe
anybody to
that.
win. I don't care. Like I said,
course,
Vader,
listen,
Vader,
he
you
wants
can't
Liverpool
come and
to win,
force
but
me to
is what
say
it is.
something
He's
that I did not
confident in
feel.
his team.
You know what I said?
The
I
thing
said
is,
it
the
again.
thing is about this game. We'll come to the title race in a bit. First of all, big up to Alan Hama, who says, "Do you think Arsenal could do with Jesus on the right?" We'll come to this when it comes to the Arsenal section. I promise you, I'll load it up again. Don't dictate for 40 minutes in the second half. We'll speak. I'll tell you my opinion now on the second half, and then he says, "Is Kusanov injured? He's been looking good." What's the news on the Kusanov injury?
No, he's okay. I mean, they did concussion protocol, which I think was rightfully so. Some might say that it was a tactical master plan because it didn't count as a sub to take him off at the time of the hit on the head. But nah, Pep was being precautionary. Every player was going to fight and not want to leave that pitch, but he's like, listen, it's contact with the head. We're taking you off, but he should be fine.
The thing is, for me, from a Liverpool perspective, is there is a general conversation and then there's a specific conversation about the 90 minutes. I'll tell you guys both. First of all, guys, let's get to 100 likes because we have 400 people locked in. Appreciate you guys even looking in at this time of the night. Thank you. Look, when it comes to the conversation about the general position where we're at, I'll start with that. The general position where we're at is very dangerous right now. We're 4 points behind Chelsea and 5 points behind Man United, so it's a very bad position to be in for us, and it's completely unacceptable to be in this place. That's the reason why Slot should get sacked, because of the general conversation. Flawless and myself had this conversation I think a month and a half ago, and he was the only one on the channel who backed me when these guys trying to gaslight me about Slot. Now there is nothing to save this guy. There is no world in which you should be below Man United and Chelsea, because if I said that in August, everyone would have laughed at me. If I said we're going to be below Man United and Chelsea, 2 points above like Brentford, Everton, and Sunderland, like it's just unacceptable. You can't be below Man United and Chelsea. If Liverpool were even like where Villa are at right now, we're in 3rd place. Like we're not in the title race, but at least we're guaranteed top 4. People would at least be a bit more calm about it. But now we're in a very dangerous position. And I think there is a legitimate scenario where if United and Chelsea win tomorrow and we lose on Wednesday, which is it could happen because it's Sunderland away and they're undefeated at the Stadium of Light all season. We might be 7 points behind Chelsea and 8 points behind Man United. At that point in time, it would be untenable. He would have to get sacked literally the Wednesday night. So, like, it's just a very bad situation. In terms of the game, I think the first half we were absolutely outcoached and outclassed by Pep Guardiola. And that first half alone, we could have been like 2 or 3-0 up.
I respect that.
2 or 3-0 down. They were so much better than us in the first half. I think Kirk has literally stopped Haaland from scoring in the first minute, bro. Like immediately, they were literally through on goal, and Kirk has stopped it, who I thought had a good game. Second half, shit changed. From minute 45 until minute 74, Liverpool had 70% possession. We had all the danger moments. We were a lot better than Manchester City, but we didn't take our chances, you know. And then God gives you a gift. Szoboszlai scores an unbelievable free kick. For me, from Slot's perspective, the only thing that I blame him for in the second half is make the substitution then and there. There is a difference between a proactive manager and a reactive manager. And I think so much this season, Arne Slot has been a reactive manager, not enough of a proactive manager. And I think this has damaged us a little bit this season. A lot, actually, not a little bit. It has damaged us this season. It's not just about looking at every single moment and blaming Slot. I'm just talking about that moment right there. I think Gakpo should have been subbed off for Curtis Jones as soon as the goal came in, because we needed that passing presence in midfield. Now, in terms of looking at players, unlike Vater, I don't pick and choose which of the players I criticize. And, you know, he always has favorites and he'll call out the players that he wants to call out, just like his professor who taught him all these methods. Know, who call out all the players that they're going to sell in the summer anyway. For me, the player that had the worst game, like, from... How can I say
let's scapegoat Gakpo since Nunez isn't
front,
here anymore.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say. You're assuming I'm gonna say Gakpo. For me, the player that should have scored his chances in the second half was Ekitike, and that was his worst game in a Liverpool shirt for me. Like he's been an incredible signing for us. He's done really well, but like literally two moments in the second half, he could have scored 2 goals there, and he fucked it up. Cody Gakpo was indeed shit, and I'm
Knew
not
it.
with the guy. He was absolutely horrendous. The fact that a
course.
walk-up Mo, who was 34 at the twilight
A what?
of his career, Vader, can you stop interrupting? I'm trying to express my thoughts. I'm already sick, bro. I'm not trying to fight today.
Oh,
Relax.
I'm
Calm down.
already sick.
Calm down.
Okay,
Calm down.
all right.
Calm
I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember.
I'm already
this.
sick.
I'm already
Yeah, but
sick.
I'm not lying though. Wallahi, I was at the hospital. I literally went. I told you I have to get vitamins checked. So, did you just play a sound effect to me being at the hospital?
I played a sound effect because you said I'm sick. Just don't interrupt me, please.
Are you
I won't
playing a
interrupt
sound
you. Go
effect
ahead.
to me physically going to the hospital to get my body checked up because I'm sick?
Okay.
Thank you very
Husam,
much.
I'm
So as I was
sorry that
saying,
you had to go to the
as I was
hospital.
saying, Vader,
I'm
there's a
sorry.
reason why I let you speak. Yachi. Let me express my 2
I'm so,
thoughts.
can I apologize?
Can I say my 2 cents?
Can I
please?
apologize?
Can't even gaslight that. What would you
Go ahead.
apologize?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have played the
Thanks.
music.
You
All right.
rage Vader.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Habibi. They told me I have to check vitamins tomorrow.
So disingenuous.
So anyway, point is, look, I think there has been a thing in the Liverpool fan base, and this has been something that's been happening a lot for us. Every week, people just call out the same 2 to 3 players, and I just got irritated this week. Every week, when I want to have a conversation about Liverpool, people go like, let's talk about Salah, let's talk about McAllister, let's talk about like the 2 to 3 players that we call out week in, week out. Van Dijk was shit in that game. Alisson made a complete bozo error for no reason whatsoever for the second goal. Gakpo was non-existent. He's like a make-a-wish kid. I think it would be better to choose a random guy from the chat to play left wing for us. Ekitike had his worst game in a Liverpool shirt. Gravenberg couldn't pass to save his life. We come here and we blame McAllister week in, week out. Gravenberg, every single time I needed Gravenberg to make a pass in the midfield to progress the team forward. He wasn't able to make it. He had to molest the ball for 2 minutes and then make the obvious pass that he was going to make anyway. So there many players underperformed. Now, in terms of Mo, I'm not defending Mo, Vader. I'm just talking about factually what happened. Forget your opinion or my opinion. Factually, he created the most dangerous chance of the half. He's 34. He's on the twilight of his career. He's probably going to leave in the summer anyway. He's already dominated English football for the last 10 years. He gave you the moment. The person that I'm upset at is Ekitike, because Ekitike should be scoring that. Now, the difference between Mo and Gakpo is, for me, at least Mo gave me the moment. My problem with Gakpo is he gave me fuck all games. So it's not about scapegoating. I'm saying at least the other guy created the most dangerous chance. And in the second half, when you look at like that 30-minute spell where we were really good, bro, Mo was playing well. He connected well with Wirtz, connected well with Soboslai. That run that he made in behind where he grabbed his shirt down, like that's prime Mo right there. The 1-2 touch passes. He was playing. He was doing much better. He was our best forward out there on football pitch. So for me, there's a lot of players that I look at yesterday. Alisson, Van Dijk, Gravenberg. In the first half, McAllister and Wirtz as well. Ekitike should be scoring. Cody Gakpo is just pointless to be out there on the football pitch. Overall, for me, Slot has to go. This is the conclusion of all this. Not because he was at fault for Manchester City, because he's at fault for where we're at in the Premier League right now. And no amount of gaslighting or conversations can convince me to say that Liverpool should be fucking below Man United and Chelsea after spending 450 million in the summer as the league champions. So it's dreadful, and he has to go. That's it.
Okay, all right.
Hello, Ron.
That was cute. That was cute.
Hello,
The reason why players like Mo, like Van Dijk, like McAllister get mentioned is because they're your better
Actually, Van
players.
Dijk doesn't get mentioned. I mentioned Van Dijk. People will act like Van Dijk's been
I don't
good
care
this
about
season.
People.
He
I brought up
hasn't
Van
been.
Dijk. Okay, that's fine. I brought up Van Dijk because
He
I
hasn't
watched the
been.
game. So maybe you and I see the game similar. He didn't have a good game. But
No,
the
he
reason,
didn't. Konate was so much better.
Yeah, I agree. Although Konate was flirting, because what he did to Marmoush early was he was lucky.
No,
But
that's not a that's not a penalty at all. That's not a penalty. He won the ball. He did shove him, but he won the ball eventually. So I think Konate has been probably better than Van Dijk for like probably the last 4 or 5 games, I would say. This
Okay,
happened
all right.
against Newcastle as well, where Konate was a lot better.
okay, but Husam, when you have a player that's up on contract, who's outperforming a player that you just signed last season for big money, when we want to bring it up as what's going on with your star players, with your leaders, it's fair. It's not, oh, here we go with the same narrative or the same conversation. It's the players that you invested heavily in last season that you were telling FSG, sign them. You have to sign them. They should be playing well this season.
Who are you
And
talking about? Which player?
Van Dijk and Mo.
Oh, I thought you meant the summer signings.
No, the summer signings. Okay,
The summer signings for me, Ekitike had his worst game in a Liverpool shirt.
Okay, but his game was still better than Wirtz's.
Oh, I don't know. If
Come
I would agree.
on.
I honestly, I don't know if I would agree with that because Ekitike had the 2 most dangerous chances to score and he didn't score either.
He didn't score either, but he got in. He got into
And to be
positions.
fair,
Actually,
that's what he's there to do on the football pitch. Like he's there to score.
okay, yeah, he's there to score. But he, I think, was available way more than what I would have considered for Wirtz, your summer signings. But when we want to talk about Van Dijk, and it could be marginal, who cares? We don't have to nitpick on this.
Yeah.
But when we want to talk about Van Dijk and Mo, it's like when you're in a bad spot, when your performing's been inconsistent, you should be looking at your leaders. I know you get tired of having to defend it, and I understand because I had to do the same thing when everybody wanted to talk about KDB, or after coming off the season that he had, everybody wanted to talk about Foden. When your players are at that profile, you have to have the conversation. Now, I don't think, and I could be wrong here, in a game versus City, okay, in a game where obviously you hate City, you would want your players to perform. And I don't think that Mo showed up in the first half at all. And yes, he may have had the most, he may have had the best creative opportunity when he got the pass from Ekitike and then gave it back to Ekitike, and Ekitike fluffed on that header. But at the same time, Mo should be doing more than what we're seeing in a game like this. And I get it. Maybe the manager's the wrong. Manager's got everybody wrong. Manager's got everybody in the wrong positions. No one's got confidence. Cool. I'm going to be happy, like many Liverpool fans, when you actually sack Slot, because I happen to think that he was not able to deal with the pressure of having a record-signing summer, and he's a better manager than what he's showing.
I agree with that.
Oh, you don't reckon he
I
crumbled?
think a
under
lot of the
pressure?
times we look at like the tactical elements and like what the product is on the football pitch, but one thing that's always ignored, which is why I think Ferguson is the GOAT like manager I've seen in my lifetime in the Premier League, is man management. I think the issue for Slot this season, he has been a horrendous man manager. He has managed this team from a man management perspective horrendously.
I agree. And there is pressure there that kind of gets ignored because you got to manage egos with all of these record signings, and obviously you had the players and trying to get the right balance for the attack. I just want to say this, okay? This game was amazing entertainment. Amazing entertainment.
It was a very good game. I agree.
All right. Now, that's not me trying to gas, and the numbers show it, right? Flawless, you saw. I mean, there's been other matchups. There's been Liverpool versus other clubs this season, right? But no one showed up to watch like this game versus Manchester City. The numbers aren't saying anything other than the most viewed happened to be Liverpool versus Little Old City. Now, I just want to speak to the haters in the chat, the haters that want to be like, how are City getting all of these commercial deals? Eyeballs is this currency. In this era, eyeballs is currency. So when you're able to get viewership like this, you're gonna have companies and brands that want to partner with you because they know the whole world is watching. And we put on such a great product for the Prem. Husam, credit to you and your club because you guys actually play the beautiful game, unlike some others.
Still have to get a shot in there. Still have to get a shot in there. You talk about being humble.
I probably think the 2 most entertaining games in the Prem this season were 2 games where we lost at Anfield. Liverpool United and Liverpool City. Both games had so many chances and it was entertaining football, but we lost both. Hey, it is what it is, man. خلاص, at the end of the day, when Slot goes, we will reassess. Eventually, he's gonna go, whether it's summer or during the season.
Slot
we'll
out.
reassess, and we will see. I mean,
No,
at this point,
in the league.
I mean, at this point, when you're below United and Chelsea, no one can blame anyone for being Slot out. You can't
Yeah,
be below
facts,
United.
110%. 110%. It's on him. The
Am I
records
hearing?
that
Am I
all the
hearing this
records
right?
he's broken.
Slot
Go on.
out.
Am I actually hearing this?
Also.
I'm actually hearing this. I said Poch out 2 years ago for being below, but I was supposed to keep him, but you want Slot out. This is so the irony is so
Did
beautiful.
Pochettino
Speak
spend
on it, Surfer.
450
Speak
million
on it.
in the summer
He spent hundreds of millions. Yes, that's something.
on proven players?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we
He's
go.
the
What
third best
is the
manager.
whole point?
He's the third best manager.
The
in
whole
the
point
league.
of Slot needing to go is what was Pochettino's starting point? 12th place Chelsea. What
Give him
was
a
Slot's
chance.
starting point? First place
He
Liverpool.
won you the title. Give him a chance.
What was the no? But we're talking about this summer today. Don't be disingenuous.
No,
Don't
I
be
just
a-
find it funny. That's all.
Don't be a bum.
Surfer, he's sick.
Don't be a
He's
bum.
sick. Don't
Nah,
push
it's,
it.
it is.
Don't be a bum.
It's mad. You know what I'm saying? That
I
your
just find
team
it
averages
ironic,
one
that's
win
all.
per month, plays the back five, don't get no clean
Yeah.
sheets, but you're being negative. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the way the footballing universe spins the block is phenomenal.
It's very
fantastic.
funny. Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got the patience for a rebuild and all this crap. Huh?
Football,
All this
football,
absolute
you know what's the
tomfoolery
greatest?
and nonsense.
know
Huh?
what's
To go out
the-
there,
you know-
to go out there and compete, Surfer. Not even win
Yeah.
games. I ain't even
But
talking
Flores,
about winning trophies
there's two-
or putting a run
Flores.
together. I'm talking about just compete. Nah, your team
But
can't do
Flores,
that.
there are two
anymore.
things.
Alright.
There are two things
Okay.
in life. There are two things in life that's undefeated. That's father time and football karma. Right
Yes.
there, undefeated
Football
football
karma
karma.
is
You deserve this.
It's ugly.
You,
Wow.
I have no sympathy
Wow.
for you.
Why is everyone
You
cashing
deserve
in receipts, bro? What's
That's
going
Wow.
on?
ugly.
You
what I'm
deserve
saying?
this.
Super ugly. It's so bad that you got me and Surfer on the same page. That's how you know.
Exactly.
It's, that's how
God.
you know agree on this shit. That's how you know it's bad. That's how
Wow.
you know it.
The
You
enemy
go out
of
there.
my
Everyone's
enemy
just
is my
cashing in
friend.
receipts of the shit that I said in
Exactly.
the past. No,
2 years.
man.
2 years. 2 years. I'm waiting for this.
In
2
40
I'm
years.
years
sorry.
of my
I'm
life,
sorry,
I'll never
guys.
get
I'm
back,
sorry.
man. In fucking
I'm
hell,
sorry
man.
for everything I said.
2
I
years. You
apologize. I
gaslighted
was
me about
wrong.
Poch. Poch, you gaslighted me, third best Premier League manager. You gaslighted me.
I'm
That's what you
sorry.
did.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Your team's
Sorry.
cursed. The reason why you're losing games is because Fergie's in the stands. Yeah, I hear it all, man. Yeah. No one ain't said that shit in 4 weeks now. And he's still in the stands. Hey.
My bad,
Fergie's still
boys,
in the
my bad.
stands.
Sorry, guys. I
Ridiculous.
got this wrong.
Yeah,
I
he's still in the
apologize.
stands up there. You know what I'm saying? When we put it, he's still there. No one ain't mentioned it though.
Are you guys done cashing in receipts?
No,
I'm just getting
it's
shit off my
interesting.
chest. Can't this be fair? It's the day listeners.
Yeah.
I'm just getting shit off my chest of all the
Exactly.
nonsense I heard. Average 1 week per month.
I tell you what,
Yeah, lost the
you're
goose.
ill.
But hey, man, give the manager a blind. It's the
Sam,
players.
you're ill, but you're ill and you need vitamins. This is my
I
vitamins.
can't even
right
say
here.
anything.
My vitamins
Honestly,
right here.
I can't even say anything back. Like that's the worst part. I can't even say anything back. He's
Exactly.
cooking.
Hold that with your
Continue to cook,
vitamins.
What else did that fraud tell you?
This loss made you sick. I feel bad. I actually feel bad because you know there was. I heard you. You sounded healthy like a horse the day before the game, talking about smashing City. Am I the only one? Am I the only one confident that we got a win versus City? Your voice was strong. It was like you're probably going to go on a date night the night later on that night. Everything was
I
fine.
wish.
Now,
Vader, do you know the only thing that was missing in this? If he actually, the perfect thing that would have been if he wore that blue blazer he usually wears when he's so confident about things.
oh,
or
the blue
big stuff.
blazer.
If he wore
Yeah.
that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
If he wore
No,
that
that
during
blue
his,
blazer.
like,
That's retired.
Oh,
That's
that
retired.
would have been perfect.
That's
Right
what
Oh,
there.
that's
I think
blue
the next
blazer.
time-
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah, you're not
No,
breaking that
last
out.
time you wore it to jinx us on a watch along or something like that. You wore it to try and jinx us. That's what.
Yeah,
you
he's
wore.
not breaking that thing out unless he needs a must win to be in UCL. So maybe
Yeah.
late in the season. That's the only time you'll see the blue
He
blazer.
needs it for
But-
Wednesday against Sunderland.
Now I
That's
have
what he
to
needs.
sit there and beg teams for Leeds and West Ham for results tomorrow. It's great.
No, it's great. It's great.
Crazy.
Your watch-alongs are gonna be fun to watch again. They're gonna be fun to
Hey,
watch
I
again.
promise you, watching Liverpool right now is like a chore. For once, I actually understand what Flawless kept saying last season, where he's like, if I didn't do content, I would be just irritated watching my football club. Because he does content on it and he has to report what he sees in the games and
Yeah.
shit. Everyone in the chat who's watching this right now will tell you, bro, watching Liverpool right now is literally like doing a chore. It's like so much shit just happening on repeat. Nothing
That's
like
the
there's
problem,
nothing-
isn't it? That's
Yeah,
the
there's
problem.
I don't
nothing
think
new
that's
really
exclusive to
happening.
It's just
Liverpool, though.
repeating stuff. It's just repeating the
Dario,
same
you think
thing
that's
week in,
exclusive
week
to
out.
Like, what the fuck
Liverpool?
you want me to say? Like, let's be
Yeah,
honest. What the fuck you want me to say that's new? What's
it's
new?
nothing new.
Ain't shit
That's the-
new anyway, bro.
Yeah, that's the problem when you're in this type
I don't think it's a chore watching your club play. I don't think that's unique to Liverpool.
Oh, shut up, Vader, man.
I mean, it is. Oh, who else do you think?
There's other tough games to watch
Name
out there
names.
that
Name
might
names.
put you to sleep.
Name
No
names.
disrespect, but that Chelsea Arsenal game had me snoozing.
It was
Snoozing.
bad. It was bad. It was.
It was really bad.
Yeah. It was. It
And that was a semi-final League Cup game. Like that put me to sleep. So it's not exclusive to Liverpool.
This is like the third shot you've taken at Arsenal in the stream, by the
Just
way.
can't help it. You really can't.
Wait, what?
It's just-
You can't help
That's not a
himself.
shot. That's a fact.
What
That
happens
game
then?
was boring, guys.
You know,
the
it's,
shots keep missing because I'm.
And then
way
if
away.
Dio
I'm
responds,
way-
he'll be
I'm
like,
way up
Dio,
there. The shots keep
trigger.
missing, you know.
it's because
I know-
Veta
I know it's
knows
hard.
that
I know it's
what
hard
the
looking up.
conversation
I know it's
would have
hard
been.
looking up.
Had City lost the game, he knows what this conversation.
Oh
would
yeah,
have been.
yeah. Oh, mentality.
Yeah.
They would have talked about mentality, right?
No, if City had lost this game again, like I said, I was talking
I
to
think
the
it was
football.
over if they lost.
If
I'm not
you
gonna lie.
notice, if you notice, right, I was even
Nah.
speaking to the football on the pitch. I
You
didn't
would.
even try.
It don't matter.
I didn't
Yeah.
even try to like be like, oh yeah, you guys.
It
No,
don't matter. You win.
it's the football on the pitch that I'm looking at. And to be fair, I'll be honest with you. To me, that game, after you guys did not score in the first half, Man City did not score in the first half. I was like, City is going to end up drawing this game if they don't eat their dinner because you looked way better than them in the first
City
half.
were
Way,
gonna
way better.
draw the game if
In this
we don't
game-
eat our dinner.
Like if you don't eat your dinner, I'm saying in the first half, the way you were dominating them, I expected you to have scored at least 2 goals. And I was like, if
Okay.
you don't score in the first half, because of the narrative and because City hasn't been showing up in the second half in previous games that they've played in, I worried that you would not show up in the second half. And again, in the second half, you did not show up. For the
We did show
45
up.
minutes, you did not. 45 minutes, I have the field tilt and momentum here. I'm looking at it right from the halftime.
You have the field tilt and momentum.
Right, red is Liverpool, blue is City. Right there. From halftime, who dominated halftime all the way here? Who dominated from here all the way here?
Yeah, until the 74th minute.
Until
we
the
were much
74th
better.
minute, and they scored in that 74th minute. And I'm just saying, based off of your previous history in the last few games you played, where you've not showed up in the second half, that was my worry on the football. I was like, if City don't show up in the second half, Liverpool could run away with this. That was I was enjoying the game. It was a good game to watch. Don't get me wrong. But
What does the field tilt momentum say after they scored about City?
that's
They
okay,
were
but
the
that was-
better. You were the
But
better
that's what I'm
side.
saying. You
after they
showed up
scored.
at
It tilted back.
You showed up at the 80th minute in the second half is what I'm saying. You're agreeing with me and you're making it sound like I'm talking some nonsense about your team. Your team did not show up from 45 minutes till the 75th minute. You were not there. You were not in the game. And the goal
Okay.
was scored in that time from Liverpool. Yes, it was not a good free kick that was awarded to them. Fair enough. But Szoboszlai did what Szoboszlai does again. 4 free kicks like that this season. That guy knows how to take free kicks. Give it to him. The guy did what he needed to do. But I'm saying my big fear for you as Man City was in the previous games you've played, the last 2, 3, 4 games, you've kind of collapsed in the second half. So when you played well in the first half in this game, I was like, oh, okay, this is City. They play well. But why haven't they scored? I'm like, if they don't show up in the second half like they've been doing in previous games, this game could go to a draw, is what I thought. I was like, this game could go to a draw. Because even Liverpool, in the 30 minutes that they were dominating you, outside the worldie from Szoboszlai, didn't look like they were going to Ekitike miss chances. They just looked like they were not going to put the ball in the back of the net. So it took a Szoboszlai worldie to change that game. And I was like, okay, Szoboszlai has probably done what he did to us. Now he's doing it to City. And that's where my fear was for City. Saying, just talking on the football, because you hadn't showed up again in previous games in the second half, I feared you might not show up in this game. But you did in the last 10 minutes. 85th minute, Bernardo Silva equalizes. Great stuff. As soon as he equalizes, that's where the momentum shifted. And if you look at the chart, you had momentum for like 5 minutes, even up until the red card of what's his name of Szoboszlai. They had like the last 3 to 4 minutes of the game before full time. You had that momentum. You scored the goal. You got the penalty, and you scored even when they had momentum. The pen.
Yeah.
You scored when they had momentum. So yeah. So based on the football, that's all I was.
Emmanuel, by the way, in terms of the foul, I do think for me the one in the first half was more irritating than the one in the second half. I'm not like Vater. I don't blame
you
the
talking
referee for us losing unless it's so
Wait.
bad.
Rewind that.
Unless
What?
we dominate opposition. unless we dominate opposition and a refereeing decision gets between me and a win, I'll call it out. But for me, the one that I think was a penalty, if you want me to be honest, was the Silva on Salah one. I think that was a penalty. He literally just dragged him down in the first half. The first half one was way more of a penalty than the second half one.
No.
And Gay, probably on any given day, that could be a red card as well.
Okay, this is what I find. This is Dio. Are you gonna respond to the what ifs about these penalties or referee calls? Or
No, I don't care about referee calls. I've said it again this season. I've not. If you notice, I've not spoken about any referee call this season, and I'm not going to.
No. I mean, last week when I spoke about it,
in any game, I will speak
last
about
week when I brought it up, you had a lot to say. Husam just brought it up. Do you have anything to say?
I'm again, like I said last week.
But nothing.
Last week you had a lot to say when I was speaking on it. Husam brings it up. Do you have anything to say?
Rodri should have got a red card last week, but he didn't. So what are we doing here?
Okay, now Husam's talking about. Husam is talking about. Come back on camera. Husam. Husam's talking about referee calls. Do you have anything that you want to address with regards to the game?
Say. My team. Look, it doesn't. We
of
all
course,
know
you
the
have nothing to say. Husam has
something to say.
Husam brings up refs. You got nothing to say. Vader has something to say. Now you're all off mute, and it's you and him tag team like you're the.
I literally haven't interrupted you all stream today. I haven't tag team on you. I haven't said anything.
I'm not talking about today. I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about being consistent with the same energy.
The same energy I had for you last week when I said, hey, yes, red cards or the fouls that referees were calling that I thought were dubious calls went both ways for both of you. Rodri should have had a red card. I didn't hear you say anything there. You didn't say anything.
This game, Dial,
in this game, I'm tired of this PGMO and how they run games. For me, in this game, I looked at it.
Can you address what Husam said with regards to the referee calls? Because he tried to say,
the referee calls. I thought there were a lot of penalties in this game, but the referees didn't give it. So I just some hands off it. I'm not. What do you want me to say about the referee? That the referees, Bernardo Silva was Gehi. That should have been a penalty. Gehi's foul should have been a penalty. Bernardo Silva on Salah in the first half, I thought should have been a penalty as well.
What?
Okay,
what is going on here?
Want to hear? No, that's what you asked, right?
Okay, so just to be clear, you thought City should have been called for the foul with Bernardo on Salah. Mm-hmm. You think City should have been called for the foul with Gehi on Salah.
I think the third goal. Let me finish all the calls. Let me call all the calls.
Go ahead.
The third goal should have stayed, but no stopping letter of the law, because again, that ball was on its way into the goalpost, regardless of what was going to happen there. You should have just given a foul and let that goal stay. It should have been 3-1. I can look at all the different fouls and say what I think. What I think doesn't matter because we know how shit the PGMOL are. So for me, at the end of the day, I'm not even going to discuss referees anymore. If it's because of a referee that I lose a game, so be it. Move on to the next game and just make sure you win it. That's all I care about. So when you're asking me that, oh, Husam said this or Husam didn't say that, it's Husam's team. What do you think? He's going to be sentimental about what he thinks is going to be a referee's call that is good or not. That's his team.
It was my team last week, and you had lots to say when I was speaking on it. Husam has something to say about his team. You're like, it's Husam's team. Let him say he's going to be sentimental. You didn't have that energy last week. However, can you make me large screen? There's no sound that's going to play, and I'm going to chop it up so there's no infringement or copyright or anything like that. I just want to put something up on if you are you gonna do the same
for Silva and Salah?
Sure.
Okay, you do the same for both, and we'll put you for screen for both.
All right, which foul happened first, the Salah or the Marmoush?
The one you're gonna.
All right, this one happened first. All right. This is
copyright. Yeah.
Husam is saying that he believes that this wasn't a foul. All right, he's saying that this wasn't a foul.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just touching him. He's not pulling him, right? He's just touching Marmoush.
No, this is normal contract.
That's normal. Okay. There's no ball contact, by the way.
That's a foul. That's a clear foul. I said that was a foul as well. So what are we doing here?
All right, that's it. That's like
the 11th now do the
minute.
Bernardo on Mo.
Okay, let me find it. That's the 11th minute. You can take me off screen. That was the 11th minute. That was the 11th minute.
Okay.
I said take me off screen, so I gotta edit it.
Fix it and then we'll come back to you.
All right, one sec.
Dio, you literally lost at Anfield, plus Arsenal have been worse in the big 6 games, yet you still think you'll win the Prem? So why are we field tilting City as a result? This is a Chelsea fan, by the way.
Yeah. Blaze. We're talking about City and Liverpool, so why shouldn't we look at the field tilt? And like, if we're talking about two teams that played, who should I be talking about? So you want me to change the topic to Arsenal when we're talking about Liverpool and City's game? You're smarter than that. Thanks for the super chat. And whether we win big 6 games or not, look, we've seen City go win the league without beating Liverpool in those seasons. Losing to Liverpool, losing
Also,
to
I'll be
Southampton.
honest, Vader is a
So,
bit
yeah.
of a fraud. He left for no reason. The field
Yeah.
tilt thing just literally
What do
proved
you?
what
Yeah,
Vader-
that's your
it
answer.
just proved
That's your
what
answer.
Vader said anyway, which is the fact that Liverpool were better in the second half until we scored. Dio proved it. That's it.
That's all I was saying. I was saying they were better. I mean, in the first half, you
I
were
had no
better.
problem with him having
Pull
that
up the
point
foul,
of view.
pull up the Bernardo and Salah.
I'm finding it.
Pull it up
I have no
HD,
problem with
just
him
like-
having that point of view. It's when he wants to go to field tilt and momentum. It made me laugh. Like, this is
No,
football in
because-
2026.
no, I know, but
when I
but
hear
saw-
field tilt and momentum, I kind of chuckle. Sorry.
Yeah, chuckle. That's fair enough, but it is a thing. You had more.
It's been
momentum
made a
in the
thing.
first
Yeah,
half.
it's been made a
No, but
thing.
you had more momentum in the first half, and it was clear by that chart. It was all blue in the first half. You could barely see a smidget of red to show you that Liverpool had anything in that first half. And I
Yeah,
thought you
first
should have
half, but
dominated
that's
them.
what I said first half they were much better than us. And the field tilt thing proves it as well.
Yeah, like I
don't know
said,
why you
like
got
I said, the
mad at
referees, like I said, the
field tilt.
referees this week again. The referees
So
this
dramatic.
week, I thought they were horrendous. There were so many calls that I thought, to me, that's a foul, right? And I'm just done arguing about referees anymore because it doesn't make any more sense. Again, last week it could have been a red card for Rodri last week, for example, and Rodri would not have played in this game. That could have made a difference. Nobody can tell.
Wait, what are we talking last week? I can't
no,
find
I'm saying-
slow
I'm just-
motion
I'm
for the
just saying,
Mo.
of
All I'm seeing are
Course you
stills.
can't find the
No,
Bernardo.
put it in the link and I'll post it. But all I'm seeing are still
You can't
shots.
find it, you guys. You can't find, of course. Can't find
Sorry,
it.
Husam.
Why could you find the Marmoush one in HD?
How
I wonder?
convenient. How convenient.
Why do I have that evidence that
And
helps my
screenshot.
team? Give me the evidence that helps your team. I'll gladly put it on screen for you.
Then screenshot.
Husam, at what minute did that happen again? That
The difference
particular
between
foul?
me and you, Vader, is I don't blame referees, Habibi. I think yesterday in the first half.
No. You ain't getting away with that. Dio. I didn't bring up the Liverpool referee calls. Remember the energy you had about bringing up refs? I didn't bring that up, Dio. So
you brought
Husam,
up refs last week. That's why I had energy
You're the
for
one
you.
that
And
brought
Husam this
it
week,
up
I
last
told
week.
him.
I didn't bring up
You
this
brought up
week.
the
You
referee's
asked
call.
me a question.
You asked him a question. You brought
I
up
asked-
referees last
I
week.
love the
unprovoked.
tag team.
By the way,
I love how you
it
guys are
was,
like tag
uh,
team partners here.
It's not
Oh,
about
you
tag
brought
team
up. You
partners.
brought up. You brought
Vader,
up.
Please don't make me. Vader, please don't make me scroll up
Hey, the
all the
Derby
way.
boys, man.
It
Great.
was actually a
Vader,
super
you can't
chatter who brought it up.
Vader, you can't be
There's a super
dishonest.
chatter who
That's
brought
the
it
thing
up.
that
He asked us compared to the Victor Jokeris foul. It was Emmanuel. He asked the question and I answered it. That's it.
All right. So why are you saying that I brought it up?
No, last week you brought up ref.
No, last week you
unprovoked.
brought it up. This
Unprovoked.
week-
Yes, last week I brought it up, and you guys like dragons were spitting fire at
That's
me.
why. Do you know why I was spitting fire at you? Because you brought it up
Yeah, maybe the
unprovoked.
one
This week,
that
a
this
question
week
was
was
asked
the
about the
super
refs,
chat
and we
we
were
are
answering
asking.
that question. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Nobody brought up refs unprovoked here today. It was because of a question that was brought up, and that's why we answered it. You last week, unprovoked, talked about your game and said, "Oh, the refs."
No, last week I said- Last week I said I'm not going to move like Liverpool and Arsenal fans
You
and
made
talk
me
about the
scroll up.
refs.
Here you go. It was him who brought it up, not me.
What was the foul on Nunes? Not
Nunes
the same.
not the same as Pope on Victor Jokeris.
Okay, who cares?
There you go, and that's
cares?
why we responded to it.
The fucking super chatter sent money to the stream, buddy.
Okay,
do
so
you mean?
again, you guys have energy to speak about the refs when,
Bro, I
the
got
one-
asked from a super chat.
Somebody- somebody-
and I got no problems
You
with
cannot
it.
gaslight
So,
your way out.
I'm not gassing. No, hold on.
You just brought it
Dial,
up.
1 second. The fact that Husam responds to that comment, or was that comment related to Dial to respond to?
It's
No,
it's
that
to
was-
everybody.
he was
It's a
asking
super
me
chat.
about
It's a
the
super chat.
referees.
Did
Yeah.
He didn't write. Did he write Husam's name there or Dio's
No,
name?
okay,
or Flawless
okay,
name,
so-
or did he write it? It's like this
Okay,
is a super chat.
last-
Everybody.
I get it, guys, I get it.
Last week,
Now,
it's the truth.
Now, should we? I know the super chat brought up the question with regards to refs. In this game in particular, you guys have any issues with the referees and the non-calls with regards to fouls?
Yes, I have a lot. I think they called a lot of nonsense. But again, I can't begin to pick and choose because they're annoying. So I don't talk about them. Like last week, you brought it up, which is why I jumped down your throat. When we played and we had a bad ref call, I didn't say anything about it. I just talked about the game and ignored whatever the referees did in my game the week before. I did not mention it once. So the minute you bring it up, I'm going to jump down your throat. But if somebody asks a question, I'll answer
You
it.
find a different phrase to use, but first of all, when you want to talk about the refs
Lands
last
in
week,
your esophagus. Is that what you prefer? That one?
no, find a completely different phrase. When you wanted when I brought up that I didn't want to be like Liverpool and Arsenal fans with regards to the refs, you guys took slight to it and then reacted. Again, one would say reacted appropriately. Cool. This game in particular, Husam is asking me to find the images of Salah being pulled down. In my opinion, I think if Salah didn't have a reputation of doing the flaring arms fall, he would have gotten a call. I think he could have gotten a call because there was some pulling. But again, the rules say that there's a certain length on how long or how much pulling you can do. If he didn't have the reputation, because he does the arms flare like he just got like he does that. Husam, you come on. I know you're sick. I know you're having your tea, but Salah does do the I got shot in the back and he's falling down type when he gets pulled. No?
Brother, his shirt was literally torn. What are you talking about?
Okay, poor material made by Adidas.
I'm
He should
sure
go to
you have
Puma.
seen the images online. His shirt was literally torn off. How could you dive when your shirt got
It's
torn
Adidas
off?
material, that's why. When it comes down to the fouls
Make
that
sure
could have
guys check out
gone,
our sponsor, OK Jersey. You don't have to pay £200 for a shirt. Make sure, guys, go get yourself a shirt for £15. Use code
Get a
MHF
shirt that
for
will not tear. It will not tear if they pull it. I guarantee you.
Go on, Vader.
I think again, like all games, there are going to be poor referee calls that we just have to deal with it. How the game concluded, I think
We're so fucking shit, you guys.
how the game concluded
Vader,
was
let me ask you
just,
something more interesting. Fuck
was
the referee.
fair,
I know. Go
was
on,
actually appropriate. How
We
the
have
game
this-
ended.
Forget Liverpool. Forget referees.
No, I don't want to
wanna-
forget Liverpool. I was talking about the conclusion of the
wanna
game.
talk to you
I gotta
both.
go. I wanted to talk about the conclusion of the game.
I know. Forget Liverpool. Listen, I know you got to go. I won't keep you for too long. You and Dio, just quickly on this title race thing. Let's just talk about the title race, even for 5-10 minutes, and then khalas. Because I know you got to go. Just quickly.
Every
Title
week,
race.
Title race. Every week, title race,
How,
title race.
brother, you're part of the title race.
I wanted you to be part of this title race, you bum. Where are you?
I'm done.
Husam,
Now, tell me about title race. Vader.
Husam, there
That's
is no
the one
title.
that
There is no
Anfield
title
changed
race.
your
Husam.
opinion. Let
There's
him
no
answer.
title. There's no title race. Vator is in the
Let him
top
answer.
four
Let
race.
him answer. Dio, let
He's
him
closer
answer.
to top four race than anything else.
Let
So
him
I
answer
don't,
first.
you know.
Go ahead, Dio.
No, that's what I said. I said
Go ahead,
for me,
Vader.
for me.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, you said
My
go
bad,
ahead,
my
Vader.
bad.
Okay, you said Dio.
Sorry, I just wanted him to answer because he's the one that got the momentum win and all this.
Listen. I said this before a ball was even kicked in this game, before it kicked off. I said if this happens to be a loss or a draw, I'm still okay with this pursuit of the title race. I'm still okay with it. I don't think 8 points, 9 points would have been season over. This is Arsenal trying to figure it out, trying to get over the line. I didn't think that the hill would have been too much to overcome if it got to 8 or 9 points. However, like I said earlier, these are bonus 3 points to me. The fact that it's 6 points and it may be 3 with the game in hand, right? Because I play before Arsenal tomorrow. It may be 3 points. This is a title race, but it shouldn't be. I shouldn't be in it, just like Husam is out of it. It should be Arsenal's to run away with. But for whatever reason, they keep opening the door. For whatever reason, when the door's not open, they open a window. Like, it should be done. But there's always that little glimpse. And the fact that it's 6 points, and not only that, Husam, because you and I, we've been fighting for these titles recently, right? We've been the only two to have only gotten over this line. The fact that we also play Arsenal, that's a controlling 3 points. So the six is manageable. We'll see what happens before we get to that Arsenal game and who drops what. I obviously need to be a lot more consistent in how I play. I'm really happy with the list of players that seem to be coming back based off of availability, not being injured, and that's very promising. It's a title race until it's not. Every Arsenal fan right now are saying the league's theirs. And I would agree. If this league is not won by Arsenal, they gave it away. They handed it away. Because this is not a good City. This isn't like the established winners that are playing for this title. So if I happen in whatever shape or form do what's right for the football world, if I win this title, it's Arsenal.
I don't get why you're talking like you're some saver of mankind.
I am the saver.
Why, though?
Listen,
What?
Husam, let me be real. Let me be real.
Brother,
Hold
I
on.
love you, but why are you talking this way? Like you're about
Because
to save the
I'll explain. I'll explain before I go. Listen, as much as I
And ask
kind of
us to
have,
donate in a minute. That's what he's gonna
as
ask
much
us
as I
to
take my jabs and stuff like that with Dial, I really got no beef. I got no beef with Dial. I have no beef with any Arsenal fan.
Could have fooled us.
I really don't.
Did you guys hear what Andrew just said? He's gonna ask us to donate in a minute.
Donate to Vader Games.
Crooked pasta, man. This guy.
He needs that new
Husam,
Learjet. He needs that
And
new
then those
Learjet. That's what he
super
needs.
chats to save the universe.
Look, let me just
Donate
say this.
to
I need that new Learjet.
Donate to Vader Games, Church and Prosperity. We help those less fortunate. No, but I'm be completely
My
real, guys.
God.
If we want to look at things historically, we want to
Yes,
look at
really,
things.
please give me that. Really.
I got no beef with Arsenal. I've never had to fight with Arsenal for anything, right? Like when they were good, we weren't really doing our thing. The same way when Liverpool and Arsenal, you guys never butted heads. You guys never fought like that. You got no beef with Arsenal. I got no beef with Arsenal. They've been bumming for so long. I haven't had that reason to be angry with them. I was actually more encouraging to go spoil United's run, right? We are all happy for Arsenal to go and spoil what United were trying to do. Even with regards to Surfer, I was like, yeah, do your thing, ruin what United are trying to do. I had no beef with Arsenal. It's a title that we're both fighting for, but there's no
You're
bad
beefless.
blood. There's no bad blood.
Again-
So when it
again,
comes
like,
down
you know
to it, Dial, relax. When it comes down to it, I'm gonna do as much as I can to win this title. But if it happens to be
How
Arsenal
do you
winning,
Ayo, relax when you're the one giving the war speech.
I'm not giving a war speech.
You're the one
We're-
that's giving the speech.
This
like,
week was this
you
week
know,
was the worst thing to
coming
happen
to the
me, bro. I'm
Etihad,
telling
and
you.
we've got to fight till the end and all
Yeah,
this.
I
I
Yeah,
just,
I-
you know,
Why
what,
are
I
you
got a flat.
doing all this? I don't get
You know,
it. Like,
Vader, have you ever seen the film Independence
Look.
Day? You just remind
Oh,
me of
great
Phil
speech.
Pullman. Yeah, just
Yeah,
Great
you're giving me
speech.
It's our
speech about the
Independence
war,
Day.
bro. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
Remember the Titans is actually more my bag. That's more
true,
my
yeah.
bag.
You remember
But,
the night
guys,
we beat the Titans.
Dial's
Why are you
told
doing
all
that?
of you it's not a title race. Dial's told all of you it's not a title race. So if I play spoiler, I play spoiler. But
so, Dio, do you actually believe it's not a title race?
I look personal. This is my personal opinion. Again, not because I think that City is a bad team, but they're way too inconsistent this season. Way too inconsistent. I don't like. Even if we're going to drop points, City are going to drop points too. All we need to do is match City all the way to the end of the season. Game week 14 was 6 points ahead. Game week 20. What are we now? We're game week 25.
Yeah.
Last week was 24 games, 14 more games to go. We were 6 points ahead. It's 13 games to go now. We're still 6 points ahead. If we're 6 points ahead by the time we face City, it doesn't matter to me. I think we have more consistency as a team. We've lost the least games this season. We still have the better defense of most teams, and we've been more consistent, and we scored just as much as they've scored with all the noise that people make and say, oh, Arsenal is not scoring goals. We have as many goals and a better goals difference. At the end of the day, it's consistency that is going to win this league. Is this City team that consistent? I don't see them being that consistent. So I'm not trying to diss them and say they're bad. No, there's a big difference. It's just, if you're inconsistent, then you're not going to be a threat to me. I literally, if I match you week in, week out, which means if you lose a game and I lose a game, we stay at 6 points. If you win a game and I win a game, we stay at 6 points. If you draw a game and I draw a game, we stay at 6 points. If I do that with you, if I match you week in, week out, if I have to play before you and I win, that puts pressure on you to then win, because then I go to 9 points. So there's 13 more games. There's still a lot of games to play, but I don't see this. Is anybody here going to tell me City is going to go on a 12-game run?
Not confidently, no.
Or
How can
10
they go on a
game run.
12
Again,
win run?
yeah, but again,
Yeah.
if they go on a 10-game run winning, we need to do it.
we don't need to go on a 10-game run. You're Arsenal.
I'm just saying that I didn't say you have to.
You're Arsenal. What do you mean you're Arsenal?
I'm saying let's assume City goes on a 10-game run. Arsenal needs to just go on an 8-game run. The pressure is not on us anymore, because we have a healthy buffer between us. And why I say you are in more of a top 4 race than the Premier League is certain teams behind you that you're talking about still are fighting for top 4, and you still have to play them. And they're literally behind you with 3 points. Villa is right behind you. You still have to play Villa on the last day of the season. You have teams that are literally hugging you at the back with 3 points and 4 points, and you're going to play those guys too. So at the end of the day, I see that being and you have to remember, respect to City, they're still in the FA Cup, they're in the Carabao Cup final with Arsenal, and they're still in the Champions League. So they're going to rotate a lot as well, just like we will rotate. The good thing is we have a deeper squad. So I'm a lot calmer than I would be, because again, there's nothing to, so I don't see it as a threat anymore, honestly speaking. If we still have like 20 games, then yes, I would probably be wondering, what injuries could play a thing to both clubs, but there's no excuses. There's no excuses at this point, So yeah, I think City, they can go on a good run, but they'll drop points, we'll drop points, and the buffer is there for us already. So yeah.
Okay.
And if they drop points, the person behind them is 3 points behind them, will catch up to them. That puts pressure on them. If United gets closer to them, that puts pressure on them. Because the last thing City wants is to become 3rd or 4th. And the guys behind them can actually make that happen. So yeah.
I hear you. Big up to my guy Shy Boy says get the checkbook out. Hey, it's time. It's time. Big up to my guy Alan, who is asking Dio a question. Hello there. Do you guys think that Arsenal can do with Jesus on the right when Saka's out and Joker is in the middle? I feel like it's possible. How do you feel about this?
It's an option. It's not the worst option in the world. It's not the worst suggestion in the world.
It's a good option. I mean, the good thing about Arsenal, the good thing about Arsenal players, they can play multiple positions. Trossard can play on the right, on the left, and down the middle as well. So I think that it just depends on what team we're playing and who they're fielding. Who's available for that team and what damage Jesus can do on that right hand side to the player that is on that side. I think that's how I wouldn't make Jesus the replacement for Saka just because I need I think he can. It's game by game. We have enough people in the squad to be able to be like, in this game, we just need a player that can keep driving at this guy and just tire them out on the right while we, make something happen down the middle. So yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's the worst suggestion in the world either. I agree with you.
I like it.
Big up to Jay, who's joined us. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Please do hit the like button, subscribe, chat. Appreciate you all. Love you guys always. And thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get the likes up and let's subscribe to the channel. We've spoken about the title race. We've spoken about the Liverpool City game. I want to speak about the top 4 race now. Flawless can finally join us on the stream an hour, 10 minutes in. Big up Flawless. You get me? Big up to all of you guys locked in. Hi, Flawless.
United, people had plenty to say. So
guys, the guy finally might shave his head tomorrow. 5 wins in a row.
United strand.
Yeah, and you're on a 4-game winning streak.
My dark horses. I called it. Look,
how do you feel about Man United's run and their top 5 hopes right now?
I think we will. Obviously, I think we will finish in the top 5. Man ain't getting carried away. It's still 1 game at a time. You mentioned about United Strand cutting his hair if we do get that, if we do beat West Ham tomorrow, or technically today now if you're in the UK time zone. But yeah, just carry on. Like in the way we've been playing, that's what it is. You can see the confidence from the players. You can visibly see it by the way we're moving the ball. And everyone is playing well. There isn't one player I can pinpoint and say, oh, he's not playing well, or he's not playing to his best, or playing better than expected. And again, you have to shout out Carrick for that, because he's came in. I've spoke about this the past 3-4 weeks now, or ever since he got here, however long it's been. Simplified the game, give the players, put them in familiar roles and familiar positions on the football pitch, off the ball and on the ball. Everybody knows what they got to do. And now you're seeing the quality of said players. I said for the longest on here, even though whether it was super chats or it was fellow panel members or others telling me how bad this side was, yes, it still needs improvement, but it was nowhere near as bad as it was looking. I was asking for the bare minimum, and now we're getting more than that, because this has gone even better than I expected. Did I expect an improvement with Carrick? Yes, I did. Did I expect this? No. Someone would have said not only would we win these 4 games, but you deservedly win them with the performances you're putting in. And like I said, everybody playing well. I would have been super shocked. So again, it's just carry on. Same application, same endeavor. against West Ham. It's a different test. The same way Spurs was different from Fulham, and Fulham was different from Arsenal, and Arsenal was different from City. And we've passed all the tests so far with flying colours. Because there was the whole conversation. Like, I'm not forgetting what it was. Before we played City, we were supposed to get packed up. That was the general consensus. Not only are we losing, we are going to get battered. Then we win. Then it's, oh, you're going to Arsenal. You've not won there in however long. It's easy to get up for the City derby, for the Manchester derby. Arsenal are better. We go there, put in a good performance and win. Then it's, oh, well, it's easy to get up for those two games. This is typical Manchester United to go and beat Arsenal and City, then lose to Fulham, and then go lose to Fulham. Put in a good performance against Fulham. Then the same against Spurs. Yes, shout out to Romero. He contributed in that game. But I've seen us play against 10 men twice this season, and we was awful. They had the two worst, but I've not seen two worst performances playing against a team having had man sent off. Against Chelsea, we were horrid when we had 10 men, but people will just overlook that because we won the game. I was fuming after that game because they arguably played better than us after they had a man sent off, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then against Everton, everyone knows about the loss. Dreadful. Absolutely woeful. And Amrim, like, again, people keep saying it. Hire him again to sack him again. And then hire him after that again to sack him again. Because it's ridiculous. Absolute football terrorism. And people that backed him, how stupid do you feel now? Because you continue now to look. Carrick, who is a novice in regards to managing in the Premier League, it makes him look worse all the time. And Maino's the prime example of that. And now we're talking about Maino can play. Like, we didn't notice. That's the craziest part. So, yeah, we've already scored more goals this season than we did last season in the league already. With 13 games to go. We scored 44 league goals last season. We scored 46 already. And there's 13 games to go. Carrick has already matched Amrim's clean sheet record already. In 4 games, we got 2 clean sheets. And he's not playing a back 5 with sometimes 2 DMs, sometimes 1 DM. Again, it just looks worse and worse. And not only is he getting the best out of our better players like a Maino, like an Embuemo, like a Cunha, like a Ahmad, the likes of Dalot's playing very, very well. Maguire's playing well. Who would have thought putting Bruno, who's a final third player in the final third, would help? And now you're seeing the best of him.
Flawless,
This is the best
Flawless,
I've been saying.
I have a question for you, Flawless. Do you think that you guys can catch City? Like, you're 6 points behind.
Can what? Sorry?
United. Do you think United can catch City?
Can we?
Oh,
Yes.
City,
Will we?
right?
I'm not sure, but are we capable of it? Yes. I think it's only 6 points. City have already shown that they will lose games and drop points and draw matches, but I'm just taking it a game at a time. That's where I'm at. To me, right? Between second, third, fourth, fifth, right? Really too much difference. That's why I've not been getting carried away. It's literally one game. I'm taking it one game at a time. Because I know if we draw to West Ham or we lose to West Ham, this whole conversation and the whole narrative shifts. Because I've watched
that's what I'm not even for me, because I'm only a point behind. I'm not thinking about City. I'm thinking about Villa. I'm not thinking about City whatsoever. I'm thinking about Villa. If I'm like, and I'm thinking winning tomorrow, and then sitting back and watching Sunderland versus Liverpool. Because if you lose, Liverpool lose at Sunderland, that's a massive 7-8 point. And we win both our games. That's a massive 7-8 point lead. Yeah. Over Liverpool.
So,
do you know what I mean?
So one thing I'd mention, obviously, is Spurs. We played United. I did think it was an interesting game before Romero got sent off. It felt like, to me, it felt pretty even, but like United were just getting on top. Yeah, and it was like, could Spurs actually come back to like resist, or were United going to make the breakthrough? Like, it looked like United. So the sending off was interesting because it was like, I don't think we're particularly good. But the one thing about United that was interesting was once we had the man sent off, we didn't really look like we could, like, it. United had like a quality, like a quiet quality about them where it was like, once it was 11v10, we didn't really have a chance. We opened some moments up, but like even 11v11, United look like a pretty stable team. My thing is when players are missing or they get some. This is the first team. The first team clearly makes a large degree of sense of what they're trying to do. So it's almost like when other players have to start or other players are missing, you know, what will happen there. But I think it's just one game a week now till the end of the season, right?
Exactly.
So United will probably be looking to play their first team. Yeah, good side.
Yeah. And you know, to say something about the one game a week thing, it's good for Carrick because it allows him time during the week to actually plan for games, train with the players. They get time enough to do it. Unlike every other team that is playing games a week, one thing, Saturday, you don't get enough time. So
but the thing that you would excites probably the word. If I was a United fan, is like they played a nice spectrum of teams in the 4 games that Carrick's managed, and in a variety of like situations. Do you know what I mean? They've got like a decent spread of thoughts. Like you played 10 men, you've played away at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Like you've played City, you've played 3 of the.
We played 3 of the better. We played in Fulham, Arsenal, and City. We played 3 of the better sides in the Prem. It's probably obviously City and Arsenal 1 and 2, wherever you want to put them to me. And Fulham are right there. But Fulham impressed me.
Good point. So obviously, then style of play as well. Like you play in a different range of team styles. So like some games you play in mid.
There's also a point of because they play once a week. After tonight's game, they've got 12 days. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't play till the 23rd
because they don't play it because they're at the FA Cup. And then I think around the international break time, I think they go 3 weeks without a game or 4 weeks without a game, playing a game whatsoever. So it's even like they can put it in there. That's why I'm like, we play tomorrow and then we play Friday, and next week will be the first week that Rossini's had without like playing like 3 or 4 days. So I think that's so important for these guys to actually then you can see their ideas come across a lot more with so many days.
I think it's super interesting for the manager market as well, because there's United was a job that was expected to be available at the end of the season for a manager to go to. Do you know what I mean? Because you're gonna have. So let's say United.
I think they should give it to Carrick.
Yeah, if United make Champions League, they have to. They have to. If they make, because considering they haven't made Champions League.
I agree with it.
The funny thing, I think this idea that they should give it to Carrick, this is a personal opinion. He's doing very well, and I think
it's not now. It's not now. It's at the end of this. No,
that's what I'm saying.
I was making a point, and then you come in on my point, and then the point I was going to make is like if United make Champions League, and they've never made Champions League under Ineos, and they make Champions League with Carrick, how can they not give him the job?
All right, so here's my take. I will look at a bunch of things before I jump to that conclusion. And one of the things I said is
go for it.
One of the things that I said is if Ineos don't back him in the summer, they shouldn't give it to him, because this season he's coming at a time where United are playing 1 game a week. He's having enough time weekly. There's enough rest for the players. He's able to work with players on a per game basis. He qualifies for Champions League next season. He's going to be in 4 tournaments at the same time. He's not been able to deal with that this season, where he's having to rotate players, where he's having to rotate the squad, play an FA Cup in the week, or play a Carabao Cup, or anything else, or Champions League. So again, if you throw him next season and you don't back him up with a good squad and you throw him there, he managing multiple tournaments at the same time, if it starts to look bad, people are going to be like, oh, you should have gotten a more experienced manager.
Plus it's a World Cup summer. So
I think
international managers will leave their jobs as well. So exactly.
Again, I get it's a World Cup summer, but you can talk to a manager that you want to hire.
That's what I mean. That's why they won't give him it.
Wait, there'll be managers available.
They won't give him it now.
I get what you mean, but
the only side to it that I would say give Carrick the job is if Ineos back him with a good squad like they did this season. Because I told Flawless at the beginning of the summer, before a ball was kicked this season, I said the players you bought, forget Amorim, forget any manager, the players you bought with player pride are good enough to win you games and get you top 5. Like to me, I looked at that squad and I was like, yes, there's quality here enough to get you somewhere, right? With the right manager, good. But that's the first 11. But now, like I said, with Carrick, he's doing 1 game a week. Once they're done playing, they can go rest, they can come back, they can re-strategize. He has time. But when he's doing,
he might, and this is going to sound crazy, he might not want it full time.
Oh, well, yeah, that is crazy. He'd crawl over broken glass for that job.
No, there's because I've heard like people talk about him that he's at the moment he's not really interested in a full time gig.
I think it's time being because it's only 4 games and Carrick see the way he played and you see his temperament as well. He's just looking at, he knows we're a couple bad results away from all of this.
It's not even a message, it's straws.
Where
but
so far, so good. Go on, Jay. Go.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'm not saying give him the job. I'm saying if he makes Champions League, yeah, I don't see how they don't. My flip side would be this, right? Most of the new managers, they have to start somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They start somewhere. Even if you look at like Conte, before he was at Juve, he had some, I can't remember, was it Bari? Maybe Bari, I think. And he got relegated and stuff like that. So it's like, these managers have to start somewhere. And from my point of view, Carrick did a lot of coaching at United when they were good under Ollie. Yeah, he was part of the coaching team there with McKenna. They did a lot of coaching. I just look at this from the point of view of saying, like, we can talk about if they bring in a new manager. Carrick hasn't managed 4 games a week or 3 games a week and stuff, and I fully get that. The flip side is Carrick has managed the team to an away win at Arsenal. Carrick has managed the team to a win against City. Yeah, Carrick had a previous spell where he did well as well. I don't understand how that isn't taken into heavy consideration.
No, you have to take that into consideration, but you also have to take in the context around in which he performed in those games. But again,
I hate so much when Man United
That's all I'm saying.
Happy.
Like all I'm saying is, listen.
Well, okay, what was the context of the Arsenal game?
The context of the team that he inherited, which is this team is only playing 1 game a week.
He doesn't have to.
He's not spreading his squad thin, right? He's doing the simple things once a week, and he can focus on that. Is what I mean. That's what I mean by context. So again, next season that changes. If they don't back him up, he's playing 4 tournaments. It'll be different.
Watch-alongs are great, man. I'm loving it.
It'll be very different.
Watch-alongs are fantastic.
And again, I think they should back him up. I think they should back him up in the summer if they're going to give Carrick the job. My thing is,
I think they will.
Yeah, that's it. Back him up.
There is a reason why I want, as a Liverpool fan, for Carrick to get the job.
Go on.
Because they've done this mistake before. I think the thing with Carrick, for me, is given the manager market in the summer, you're going to have experienced, really good managers available.
See, here's the thing is,
they can't fuck that up to give Carrick the job. They're riding a wave right now.
The market's not good, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think the
market is somewhere.
But here's the thing: the reason why I say they're riding a wave. Let me explain my theory.
Is Maresca a good manager to you?
The reason why I say they're riding a wave.
I'm not saying go get him.
Let me tell you why I think they're riding a wave. The reason why I think that is, I think there are so many Man United players with a point to prove, to the level where he's just galvanized everyone and brought everyone together. Let's deep this. Amarim indirectly called Mainu shit, basically, publicly. Let's be honest. Like, indirectly, publicly, he said that he's not good enough. And now Kobe Mainu has the opportunity to play week in, week out. Mbeumo, Cunha are playing now week in, week out in a more offensive style and more offensive system. You've got even the likes of Casemiro, even the likes of Harry Maguire, who are now back in the team. They're all playing almost with something to prove. And on top of all this, the reason why, if like from a rival perspective, why I would like for Carrick to stay is I think the challenge next season, and Flawless just agreed when Jay said it, so it's not an agenda or anything. Having 1 game a week is a thing for the end of this year. Like you having a whole week to train before your next game, etc. Can Carrick handle new signings and Champions League football and expectations? Because the truth of the matter is, don't give me the whole, oh my God, it's Man United. I'm talking from an objective perspective.
No, you are.
Carrick comes into Man United. No one has expectations on him. The guy, okay, give us some entertaining football. Give us some sexy football. We want to watch these players cook on the football pitch. And anyway, you're leaving in the summer. Now, there's a difference between Carrick with expectations versus Carrick without expectations. By the way, just so people know, it's not an agenda. It's the same exact thing for Stevie G. If Stevie G becomes Liverpool manager tomorrow, I'm not going like, he must win the champion. No one is saying that, bro. If he comes in, I'm like, let's play some entertaining football, hopefully get some good moments from these players, get Anfield rocking again. That's it. You have low expectations. So I think it's 2 different animals. If Carrick stays for next season, it would not shock me if Man United fans were Carrick out by December.
Well, because it depends. Two things on that. One, it is you are spot on in regards to, and he's not being a fraud. He's actually being real there with expectations and without expectations. But I'll say a couple things in regards to this. One, if you do well with our expectations, and then there is no one else out there that you look at and say, go get, you say you deserve the opportunity to do so. And two, I ain't even looking that far ahead. I'm talking about now, because with Carrick and the way he's playing now, I'm enjoying the football we're seeing now. I was told by a certain panelist that our defenders was awful and our defensive structure was awful. And now all of a sudden, look at us from a defensive standpoint. When you look at the goals we're conceded, clean sheet against Manchester City, conceded from a corner. We know how good Arsenal are at corners, and a deflection off Martinez. Fulham, we conceded a penalty and an absolute banger from Kevin. Then we get another clean sheet. Like, again, just looking at it from this perspective and going forward, because I think in regards to the managerial side of things, in the summer, being in the Champions League could be the difference maker. Because Liverpool, I think, will be looking for a manager. Who knows what's going to happen at City? Real Madrid could potentially be looking for a manager. You got Barcelona. If they don't do well, you got Flick could be out of a job. So there could be, I'm saying all of them, but there's multiple top European clubs that could be looking for a manager. So I'm saying, yeah, go on, Jay. Go on.
Andrew just brought up Real Madrid as well, by the way. Arbeloa ain't going to be their manager next year. Let's be honest.
But I think, and you're right, looking at it though, if we look, Carrick will get, if United go for someone different, Carrick will get a Premier League job at a good team. Do you know what I mean? Like he could be a
Spurs.
Be realistic.
I think Poch is looking more and more likely for a Spurs.
You guys can't let go of Poch, can you? You just
I think where Spurs are at the moment. Like,
Jay, can I tell you exactly who Carrick will manage? Me and you both know it's obvious. If Man United don't give Carrick an extension, Carrick is going to be the next Crystal Palace manager. It's so obvious.
When
Glasner leaves, Carrick will be the Palace manager.
No, I got one out left field for you. If Newcastle don't do well,
I could see Newcastle.
But here's the thing: we're talking about it from outsiders. If you look at the Newcastle shit, they're giving him extension at the house.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So you have to look at from that perspective. You get to me. It's different.
And his cousin's a director of football. His brother's director.
So I would see Carrick like be like a Palace manager or something. As a Man United hater, I would want Carrick to get the job full time. I would want that to happen because I think they're missing out on very good managers in the summer.
Yes, see, that's disagreeable, Fez.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's many very good managers on the market.
Luis Enrique.
Is Luis Enrique? If it's Luis Enrique, I hear it. Who was the other one you said?
Nagelsmann.
He's a good man. He's a good coach.
Nagelsmann is better than name the rest. You've named two, and one of them.
You could even say you could say Deschamps if he leaves the French.
Tuchel and who? Deserbi, you say?
Deserbi, Tuchel.
Deschamps.
I didn't say Deschamps. That's nothing to do with me.
Deschamps might leave the French.
Tuchel Deserbi. Like Tuchel's I personally, I think the bloom is off the rose. With
United.
I would be very. But I was misrepresentedly sold a tactical genius.
This is what I'm saying, man. Look at the names we are talking about.
You know when they call on the phone, it's like I was missold. I was missold this. Yeah. People told me this guy.
Deserbi, who just missed out with Marseille out of the top 24. I'm saying, come back with Manchester United.
Yeah, but Marseille ass. Like, if you actually look
at the Marseille ass.
Okay.
See how it changes. Listen, don't laugh.
They don't.
You don't laugh.
I don't think Marseille have good players, really. I mean, like,
hold on. Should they have finished top 24?
Yes, definitely.
Probably.
Probably. Are they better than Bodo Glimt?
No, actually, Bodo. No, bro. Bodo gave us a bit of a kick.
All right, cool.
They beat City. They beat Madrid.
Well, I heard it before. It sounds like this. If you fast forward this to a couple months ago, anytime in 2025, it's your players ain't that good.
Listen, I
remember hearing these conversations. The wonders that a manager can do in regards to doing the basics.
No, but
should they finish top 24? Yes. Okay. Next, you're gonna say Conte. Is it? But the Napoli side.
I'm just Conte.
Conte for a year is not a bad idea.
Like Napoli have better players than
for 1 year.
Okay,
Conte would have been great for this season when they don't have Europe. That's what he would have been good for.
Are we putting Conte in
the summer?
Are we putting Conte in there?
Only if you're not in Europe.
Wait, you would rather keep Carrick than Conte?
Yeah, I don't keep Conte well away.
Oh yeah, I mean, like we can't say year
well away.
2. Yeah,
If
we.
you-
I
if you
you
want-
can
if you want
definitely
to-
give me
Flawless,
Carrick.
are
I'm
you
saying
sure
keep
about
Conte
that?
away. I am saying keep Conte well. I think he's the biggest mirage when it comes to top level managers. His European record is absolutely diabolical.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He got
awful.
schooled by Liam Rosenior.
And people overlook it. Man just finished 30th in the Champions League and we just bypass it. Not 25th, not 26th, 30th. Smartin finished 7th. Spurs finished 4th with Thomas Frank. No disrespect.
Bodo Glimt
Bodo
finished
Glimt
fourth.
got him.
Disrespect taken. It's all good. He's disrespect him a bit more.
What the
I think Conte would fix the culture at Man United. He'd be good for a
culture
year.
hype again, myth. You know what
He
I'm
would be
saying?
good
People
for a
say the same
year.
shit about
1 year.
No, you see, the problem is, he'd come in and do the culture, and then when he doesn't get what he wants, he'd destroy the culture.
Yeah,
He doesn't get what he wants.
Yeah,
He does it all the time.
Conte, you know, this is ridiculous. I think he's won
Conte-
2.
Conte is
Conte-
what
Conte
he
is a
does.
chicken time
By
bomb.
you,
He's a
Flawless.
chicken time
You say
bomb.
you would actually keep Carrick, like legit.
No, I'm not saying I keep Carrick. I'm waiting to see what's going on. I'm just talking
See
about.
who's
I'm just
available.
using Conte as an example in regards to.
Yeah.
I don't think the
Oh.
manager market is strong. If you're talking Enrique, of course. If you're talking Ancelotti, of course.
Enrique
Outside
wouldn't
of
come
those,
manage Man United now. No
who wouldn't
disrespect.
come and manage Manchester United? Who?
Enrique wouldn't right now.
No, whether he would or he wouldn't. Let's not even get into that. The point
Because
is,
he
I'm
would
making
need. Because
outside,
I think he would need like a
Okay,
lot of
the
like
point is I'm
assurances
making
and
out-
stuff like that.
outside of those two in terms of quality, there's no one I look at and go, yes, bring them in. Do I
Well,
think there's
yeah,
good
'cause-
managers out there? Yes.
Mm.
But do
Sorry,
I
who's
look
the
at
second
managers
one?
to
Out
go,
of
yes?
curiosity, who's the second one? I didn't hear you.
So
I
like,
think-
I said Enrique and Ancelotti. They're the two managers I look at and say, yes, bring them in.
Well,
Other
what
than
about-
that,
what
there
about,
isn't
like,
anyone else.
What about
Zidane?
if like what about
If
Maresca?
Zidane came back
Again, I
into
think
the
Maresca, good, yes, but I'm not saying go get him.
flawless. If
but
Zidane
I
is
was-
available, would you take a Zidane right now over Carrick?
What, Zidane?
Yeah, Zidane. I say Zidane.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Zidane I
good
got for. I
question.
don't think he would ever, but yes.
No,
will
no,
I
I'm
take
just saying,
Zidane,
I'm saying that
Yes.
level of manager. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
him in
If you're
particular, but
talking
yeah, I mean,
Zidane, yes.
this type-
Zidane's done enough
Are
where
we,
I
are we
go,
now? Are we now just like?
But Zidane and
I'm
Enrique
sure that-
won't come to Man United, right?
We're
you
not
know
saying
what?
he will come, Husam. We're
Yeah,
saying that
I'm
level,
not talking about
quality,
club
we're saying quality.
stature. I'm just talking about like they would want assurances and blah 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 and shit.
I
Like
Yeah,
think
that.
yeah, but
Zidane's got
that's
huge
going
question
into
marks.
details of whether the manager will come or not. We're saying the kind
Oh,
of
that's
manager.
part of it as
No,
well.
so hold
Like,
on. But I was just addressing the fact that the kind of manager the Flawless says he would like is managers of that caliber. Now,
Yeah.
you
yeah,
can
who
decide
aren't,
to-
who won't
Yeah.
come anyway.
Is Zidane still of that caliber? Having been out for 5 years.
Can,
Well, I
can you
guess that's
I
true.
still take him over Conte.
Oh,
Can you
no,
stop?
that's
The
not.
guy's
argument.
won
I'm
back
just
to back
saying,
to back
like,
Champions Leagues, and you're saying is he
Well,
that guy?
He's been out of the game, but he's been out for 5
I
years,
I feel like
and he's coming to a new
like-
league, which he doesn't speak the English, the language of.
see like it depends on like it. I
Slot
think
is
if you look at like
fluent. Has
them,
that helped him?
you know like when you look at like the Klopps and
If you do the language,
Zidanes
yeah.
and stuff like that, I still think these guys are elite because I
He's
think
got
when
them
you look
scouts.
at like a Zidane, one of the tests I look at is Enrique, and before Enrique went to PSG, like he was getting linked to clubs. I would see fans of clubs being like, "Nah, I don't want Enrique."
I
He
wanted
can't
them.
do it.
Imagine to
Yeah.
replace Klopp.
Yeah, I wanted them at Spurs, and we went with.
I
Ange,
wanted them
and
to
I
replace
understood-
Klopp. No word of a lie. You can go look. There's video evidence.
Yeah. So my thing with Zidane is like, it's like you had Kroos and Modric and stuff, and you had like these players who were running your midfield, like having two little managers on the pitch, just like doing what they need to do and everything like that. It's
No,
like,
and also Ronaldo as well, just to put.
yeah.
that
So,
on top of it.
but to downplay it just to that would be like, I think there's more to it than just that. Like there's just like Enrique is more than just having Messi or something like
Well, I
that.
don't think Zidane. For me, I don't think Zidane wants another club job. I think he wants that French job.
Yeah,
I think he wants the
probably.
French
It's-
That's what he wants.
So,
That's
but
what
if
he
you look at options for United, I think you then ask the question of whether do you cede to superiority or like experience, because it's like if United had a chance to get Maresca, right? Even though he's not like
that's
oh
a
my
very
god,
good
bring,
shout.
yeah, not like bring, but it's like he is more established than Carrick. He has managed a team in multiple competitions. It would be the smart move to upgrade, even if stylistically, even if they're not miles apart. You have a more experienced manager who has experience of running multiple games. It would probably be the smart thing to do to go for Maresca almost regardless of how well Carrick does, because he's the more experienced manager.
I agree with
now, whether United actually do that, that's a very interesting decision for me, because I think he would go. I just don't know whether United have the logic to be like.
I would take.
Do they have the kahunas? Do they have the kahunas to pull it off and say, "Listen, Carrick, next year, well done."
You rate him that highly, so you rate him more higher than I do, because I look at Maresca. I think, yes, good manager, but I'm not saying again. He's not. I think the same way with Tuchel. I think good managers, but they're not managers. I
know, but I think flawless. What it is again, you have a good first 11. I think that if you bring in a manager, you back up that manager with a couple of more players in the squad. A manager who, like we said, like Maresca, who has experience in multiple tournaments, played in the Premier League, just to get United away from that whole, like, oh, United is always fighting from the 15th to try to come back into, just to keep you steady in that top 6 for next season again, like top 5, top 4 race, like, be there. And then by the time he's put you in that position, again, you become more appealing to, players. And then you can look to change him. It doesn't have to be, he can be because this is interim. The next manager can have a 2-year contract, good enough to just get you guys steady. Ship is sailing well, everything is steady sailing. He knows the system, he's built something. Get rid of him and then bring in the more experienced person or whoever is available at that time. So yeah.
But I think we will, regardless of the manager. I think we will definitely go and reinvest, and they've done that. They reinvested in the defense a couple of years ago. This past summer it was the attack. Now it's time for the midfield. So there's one thing they've done very well in regards to. I like our recruitment and outgoings also. So follow that up. Whether it is Carrick or someone else, just make sure you're on the same page as said manager.
But this is the only point that I would make on Carrick, is that it's almost impossible. And this is why I'm saying the Maresca thing, not just because I'm pushing that angle, more because there's almost no way United are going to know what Carrick's rotation's like, because they shouldn't have to rotate that much before the end of the season. So there's a complete leap of faith next season with regards to that aspect of his managerial, how he uses his squad. And that's what I'm saying. So, like, when you look at Maresca, you might say, okay, well, when he was rotating at Chelsea, he didn't trust the squad as much and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But you also have no evidence and no logic as to how Carrick's going to approach it from his side. And you are going to have no evidence before the end of the season. So that's quite a big leap of faith too. And it's impossible to know how he handles that until you go to next season.
Well, honestly, you acknowledge the leap of faith thing, because it is true. Like, you are.
Oh yeah, it'd be a major leap of faith.
What you mean with Carrick?
Yeah, like if you keep.
If he performs better than expected, which he currently is, and they give him the job, where I'm at with it, I will continue to state this: make sure you are on the same page as him. Make sure your idea fits in with his idea. Because the last 2 managers we've had under you lot, you've not been on the same page.
They said he was going to stay
Ashworth wasn't on the same page. Yeah, make sure incomings, outgoings, how we want to play, etc. I don't need more Maino's brother in the Stretford end with a free Maino tee. I need less of that, and that's on Ineos. People will overlook it, and they'll blame Maino, they'll blame his family, they'll blame Amarim. That's on the board, because we all knew that he didn't rate him. Same with the Bruno situation, same with the Xerxes situation. These were things that should have been sorted out in the summer, and it just screams disorganization and incompetence. So make sure, if it is Carrick or it is Maresca or whoever the manager is, hey, this is the way the only argument should be about the profile of player. That's what it is like. But the profile of player should be the same, but the argument should be, all right, I prefer this profile. It shouldn't be the complete opposite. You can't be saying we're gonna go get Sesko and the manager wants Watkins. That don't make no type of sense. So you didn't sit down with him. That makes no sense. They're not the same. Make that make sense. Complete opposites. Like, that's where I'm at. So make sure whoever it is, you're on the same page as.
The one good thing that you've got with Carrick though is, like, he fits the modern profile. I like, if you notice, a lot of the top managers are similar to him, played number 6 or with deep lying midfielders. Like, it's actually it's an interesting trend that I noticed, where, like, even you look at, like, Arteta played 6. Do you know what I mean? Like, Guardiola played 6. Do you know what I mean? Like, so. I think there's something about it. If you even Conte played 6, he was different kind of 6, but he's still like,
Usually a six sees the game differently from their position, because they play
exactly.
They can see the pitch, and that way it's
And so there's a lot of associated
Andrew, you
play.
know, Conte
So-
gave you your last league title and you're out here shitting on him. You're a fraud.
Yeah, and then he sued my club.
Yes. So what?
Yeah,
So what?
because he didn't get what he wanted.
Yeah, you didn't give him. You didn't give him his. You need to pay him his
He's
money.
hang on. He's got
Pay him his money. Pay him his money.
Pay him the money, exactly.
He's got a reputation of doing this at every club. He doesn't get what he wants. He can
Ahmed, you're a
moans and
fraud.
bitches. He did it at Inter. He did it at
Andrew, since you have
Spurs.
the mic, can you tell me about your top 4 hopes instead of crying about Conte for no
Oh, you just asked me a question, you fraud. You know what
No,
I mean?
forget Conte. I want to tell him about Chelsea's top 5 hopes. With Matisse in charge. Go on.
I mean, the game on Saturday was very easy. It also helps when Wolves just give us 2 penalties. I couldn't believe the second penalty was literally the guy just pushed João Pedro in the back like he was like pushing him into a pool or something like that. They were mates or something like that. And then Palmer scored a very good goal. And then we did all our hard work in the first half. And I see people going, oh, we should have really gone at them 4 or 5. Well, we play Leeds on Tuesday and we play Hull on Friday, so we're not going to really exert ourselves that much when we're against Wolves. And we're on a good run of form. We're on the same run of form as United in the league. 4 wins in a row. We've got Leeds coming up. That will be a tougher game, but we hopefully beat them. And then we've got Burnley in the league coming up next. So we're on a good run of form, And he's like I said, after the whole game, next week's going to be his actual first full week where he's got 8 days until the Burnley game. So he's got enough chance to implement some more of his ideas, I thought it was a good performance. I'm not going to go overboard because it's Wolves. We should be beating Wolves. They're shit.
Oh, he's not gonna go overboard, you guys.
Why would I go overboard? It's Wolves. Do you know
I'm
what I mean?
not asking you to go overboard.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
said it in a
asking you to do
sarcastic
anything.
tone
Don't
of
put
voice,
words in my mouth. I'm just
No,
I'm
we
just
should
saying
be-
the same stuff you're saying, buddy.
No, we
I'm
should
not
be
saying
beating Wolves.
anything.
I will say, João Pedro again. I know he got the 2 pens, but he's playing really well. João Pedro at this moment in time is really and I didn't want Maresca sacked, but there's definitely a difference. Obviously, in João Pedro since Maresca's gone is like a different player. Do you know what I mean? It's true though, isn't it? Because it's like he was like being like criticised, rightly so, but it's like he's been let off the leash.
Well, I want to say just one thing on João Pedro. I might have a slight agenda, but he seems like a how you say a new manager's teacher's pet kind of guy.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Maresca first came in and he first came in the Club World Championship, he was amazing, smoking it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just when things aren't quite going this way, getting a bit sulky.
But
a new manager comes in, puts his arm around him. Is it?
I think the difference though, Jay, is that I think Maresca asked him to be an actual number 9 and play like a number 9, like to be up there battling the centre backs. Whereas I think Rafinha's just gone, do the 9 role, do this role, just be available like that and make the runs here and there. And that's the difference. It's like when he came in against West Ham.
Let me end the stream on this question for you all. No explanations. I want predictions only. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, Arsenal or City will finish first or second. I want you guys to just tell me 3, 4, and 5. I'll start with flawless and then we'll work our way backwards. Flawless, 3, 4, and 5. No explanations, just predictions only.
This is a tough one. United, Chelsea, Villa.
Jay?
United.
It's tough, this. Fuck.
United, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Andrew?
Chelsea, United, Liverpool.
Oh, okay. Dio?
United, Villa, Liverpool.
Okay, fair enough. Big up to you guys. Big up to Emmanuel that says
I still no expression, but there's something there that it's a feeling. It's
no
a horrible
explanations
feeling.
allowed. No explanations allowed. We'll come back to the 7.
It's a horrible feeling that I've had
9
for years,
points by the end of next week,
and I've been saying
Wednesday.
it.
To be fair, Emmanuel, as much as I want Arsenal to win the league, I went and I looked. City are playing Fulham at home and you're playing Brentford. I think by Thursday it'll be 6 points anyway. Like I don't think
be the same.
it's most likely City win and Arsenal win this week. It would shock me if Fulham gets something away at the Etihad, and it would definitely shock me if Brentford gets something at
Well,
Arsenal.
there's more chance of City dropping points against Fulham than Arsenal dropping points.
Than Arsenal against Brentford. Yeah, I agree. It's more likely, but I just my honest prediction would probably be a win for both.
Yeah,
I think both clubs win this weekend. And to be honest with you, look, listen, man, good luck to Arsenal. I'm saying the same. I don't give a fuck what people say. For me, I can't stand Man City.
No, wait, hang on. It could be. Wait, don't ask Dario. Don't you play Wolves midweek next week because they moved their game because of the cup final?
They do.
Who the hell plays Wolves?
Arsenal play Wolves in a midweek game.
18th of Feb, something like that.
Yeah, so it could be 9
When
points.
the fuck did that? Oh, I didn't even know about that
Yeah,
game.
they made the cup final, so it could be 9
What the
points.
fuck? Is there Champions League fixtures that day?
No, we're not playing.
We play Wigan on Sunday. We play Wigan
No,
on
I'm
Sunday,
talking generally.
and then we play Wolves after Wigan.
There are Champions League fixtures on that Wednesday.
Yeah, but that's the playoffs.
That's
That's the playoffs.
That's the playoffs. No, there's no one involved.
We're not doing the playoffs. We're not in the playoffs, so
Gonna have some good fixtures. Galatasaray, Juve.
Real Madrid.
these games are coming fast and thick, man. It's just like crazy.
These games are never
Thursday,
ending.
Sunday,
business ends of
Wednesday,
the
Sunday.
season.
Look at this nonsense. Thursday,
All of this
plus
nice
Saturday
stuff
to rest.
Baldi.
Oh, hold on.
Sunday.
Can I just say? Can
Monday,
I
Tuesday,
just say?
So now I understand the
Can I just say? He just said.
You're talking about the
He said
game in
these
hand.
Sorry, he just said these games are coming fast and thick, and I know that he said it. I've never heard it said that way around, and it is very.
Yeah, it's always thick and fast.
And
Everybody says thick and fast. I always say fast and thick.
That's the
that's
It's the same way. It's the same way. It's the same way. You know how Jay. You know how people say flabbergasted, right?
What was
You know how people
his
say
reaction?
flabbergasted. You know how people Jay. You know how people say flabbergasted or
I never used that word in my
overwhelmed.
life.
You know how people
Yeah.
say overwhelmed and or they say like I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I say
Yeah.
overgasted or flabberwhelmed.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
This is-
I just say guys.
That's
just-
few words
I
as
say
well
as a
every
kid.
week on this show. You
Yeah.
get me?
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Anyway,
overgasted and
speaking of
flabbergasted.
being we're gonna send you guys over to Sarcasm City TV. He's live with his Q&A right now. Big celebrity, flawless Sarcasm City TV. Rapper, you get me, content creator, and booty clapper as well. So make sure guys go over, subscribe to his channel. Sarcasm City TV. Can you go start your stream? Let's get the people over there, man. We're gonna send you guys over.
Guys, all right, wait 1 second. Whoa, wait, man. I'm not as professional as you. It's probably why I'm not getting as many subscribers.
Professional as you, my mother can start a new stream. New tab, StreamYard, and
Shout out to Mumsy, man. She puts up
new
you
tab,
shit.
start stream, Habibi. That's it. Big dramatic for no reason. Anyway, see you guys over at Sarcasm City TV. The Gunner Edge is in the description. Casual FC is in the description. Jay doesn't have a channel, but you can find him here every Monday. It depends how late he turns up. And Major Games TV is in the description. I'm going to be back tomorrow, inshallah, on Red Pill, Blue Pill. And then we have the Hate Watches tomorrow night. Come on, whoever the fuck play Chelsea and United. See you guys over on Sarcasm City.
Hammer him out. Hammer him out.
Yeah, slot
He's
in.
already.
Slot in.
Hammer him out.
Slot in.
Slot out. Slot out. Slot out. Slot out. Slot out.
Slot in.
Slot out in the raid comment.
Slot in.
Hammer him